Star Report. I'm your host, Star. Welcome to the show. Folks, it is late night on a Sunday, and I want to address this topic rather from an objective perspective, of course. But let me say, I want to see Diddy go down. Yeah. Yeah. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. You know, there appears to be many people who are saying, free Diddy. All he was doing was having sex parties. No, it's a lot deeper than that. And if you have not read the HSI, Homeland Security Investigations complaint, then you're doing yourself a disservice, okay? My title, Diddy pimped Justin Bieber at parties, according to FBI. My sources, The Mirror US, Page 6, and Daily Mail. Justin Bieber is along with 300 other witnesses that will be called to this trial. And at this point in time, Diddy has got no bail, as you know, by way of a magistrate judge, not the district judge. The magistrate, who's a female, by the way, has denied him bail. So I want to put my assessment on things on the table here with regards to, is Diddy a danger to the community? A danger to the community. Also, I want to ask you guys, in my showrunner, would you tell on Sean Diddy Combs if you were in a position where you were subpoenaed? Let me say salute to Roger Bonds, former head of security for Bad Boy and longtime associate of Sean Combs. He was on Vlad TV months ago, and he said, catch this, in order to make change, you got to show change. This is the guy who many people are saying, yo, he a real nigga, yada, yada, yada. Well, he's older now. He's almost 60, a father of 4 daughters and 1 son. You know his story. And I'm going to use him as my model for that showrunner. Would you tell on Sean Diddy Combs? Mind you, the interview when he was on Vlad TV, and Vlad explained to him, if you get subpoenaed, doesn't mean you're going to, be facing any jail time. And he said, no, he's not worried about jail time. He would tell on Diddy. So I want to point that out early, okay? And I have a few other notes I want to mention. Guys, the New York Jets, the New Jersey Jets, they play in Jersey. Are they 2-1? Who is that guy that's a Jet fan? I forget his name. Sir, you need to call in. Tell us what's going on. The Jets, 2-1? Find that hard to believe, right? I think that's it. I've got other notes here with regards to Justin Bieber. And, I didn't mention why I think Justin Bieber will cooperate against Diddy. In case you don't know, Justin Bieber is not an American citizen. He's a Canadian citizen. He has a certain type of visa. I forgot the name of it. I'll Google it shortly, where he's allowed to work here. He does own a home here as well, but his main home is in Ontario. And if he doesn't cooperate with Homeland Security, which is a division of the feds, they could and quite possibly revoke his visa. So don't think he's going to just, shut his mouth. No, he's a father now, so he's older. I'm saying he was pimped out, and according to a few sources here, he was very young and impressionable. A video has also been circulating as of late with Justin Bieber from 14 years ago. Hang on a second. The title of it, Justin Bieber's 48 Hours with Diddy, all right? It's very cringe, and Diddy is talking about, you can have this Maserati when you become 16. So in the video, he was 15 at the time. And then there's another video. Well, there's multiple videos, but then there's another one where he's talking about, let's get some girls, and Diddy's giving him dap. Let me say early to some of you black men in the industry, stop trying to be a mentor to young white males or young white females. Stop. They don't need you. And you certainly don't want to be seen trying to mentor a little Caucasian. Look at the Michael Jackson debacle situation. Yeah. Anybody in that live chat remember Michael Jackson when he tried to explain to, I think it was Oprah or that guy, I forget his name. Yes, I share my bed. There's no better way to show something, friendship, than to share your bed. And most of us were like, no, Mike, you're going a little too far. So I just had to say that with regards to Diddy. And those of you who are, looking to get into the industry, stop trying to do too much with young white children, okay? All right, sit tight on the phones. I'm all set and situated here. I do want to talk about the Anthony Joshua fight, if anybody wants to chime in. Holy smokes. Whoa. Let me fix my drink. Good evening in the live chat. Are you guys, you ready for a late night show? And Tiffany, are you there? Is Tiffany in the live chat? Tiffany, I tried to email you and text you. Okay. Late night. Thank you for your support, guys. I see your donations. We are going to comb through this. Diddy pimping out Justin Bieber. I'm not saying Justin was turning tricks, but if he allowed, or pardon me, if Diddy, put any type of adult on Justin at the age of 15 with liquor, that's not only statutory rape, but that's facilitating alcohol to a minor. That's a crazy charge, okay? Let's bring in area code 973. You're my first caller. Good evening. Are you there? It's late night. My title.
What's going on, Star? How you doing?
Pimped out Justin Bieber. I'm good, sir. How about yourself? Where do you want to start?
I'm all right. Yeah, so about Justin Bieber, that's it's kind of not surprising because, Justin Bieber was signed to Usher first, and about the whole Usher and Diddy thing, so the connection is there. You know what I'm saying? And it's not the first time that we've seen Justin Bieber kind of like held against his will. You remember when they had that white boy in the trenches in Cali singing and doing push-ups.
But now hold on a second, sir. Usher was wrestling with Diddy over Frosted Flakes and some type of sleepover. You remember that?
Yeah, and then supposedly
pillow fighting over Frosted Flakes. Pardon me, folks. I'm trying to keep a straight face here. Go ahead, sir. You were saying, go ahead. Come on.
And then allegedly, he was brought to the hospital.
Sir, fuck allegedly tonight. Come on, man. It's late night. Fuck shit, man.
Yeah. My man was in the hospital. My man got brought to the hospital.
Yeah. According to Gene Deal, we don't have to say allegedly. Yeah. According to Gene Deal, Usher had to go to the hospital, White Plains or Westchester somewhere because of hemorrhoids. Fucking around with Diddy. Go ahead, sir. Sheesh.
But so, and I'm not surprised. You got to think about this, right? Remember when Cameron and Mace were having issues, and Cam said he went to go see Mace at one of Diddy's cribs, and he went in the bathroom and saw a dildo.
So the dildo,
the sink.
Yeah.
And Mace was like, "That's for old boy."
Yeah.
So none of this stuff is surprising. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been hearing these stories for years. Exhibit came out with saying something with Wendy Williams, talking about how he saw Jamie Foxx with Diddy. Yeah. So,
Well, sir, I want to focus. I want to focus on Diddy pimping Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber, who has had a mental health issues over the years, depression, anxiety. He's married now. I forget his wife's name, but she's one of Alex Baldwin's nieces. He's a father now. Do you think he's going to cooperate with the feds with the investigation?
The feds, they put you in a corner to operate. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he doesn't want to lose that bag. He's got a family to feed now. He's got mouths to feed. Baby needs milk. So, he doesn't want.
Did you know he's not a U.S. citizen, Justin Bieber? Did you know that?
Yeah, isn't he from like Vancouver or something, from Canada? Something like that. Yeah, so he's got to cooperate to keep that bag flowing. Yeah. They don't want to stop that. You know what I mean? And his shorties, one thing too, man. Like, when your shorties used to money, you don't want to drop the bag and then become, a bum in her eyes.
Do you mean his wife, sir? We're not talking about black strippers.
True. That is his wife. Nah, you're right. That is his wife.
Come on, man. Wife.
So, that is his wife. So, and she comes from, her father and her brother, famous Baldwin brothers. He's got to keep that money flowing.
Yeah.
So there is no going against the feds. You could do whatever you want in Canada, but in America, the feds, they reign supreme over here.
Okay. Okay. Anything else, sir? I'm trying to kick Diddy's back in. I want to see him go down, sir. I'm saying that. It's time.
Anthony, listen, Diddy's going down like Anthony Joshua yesterday.
Okay.
Getting his clock claimed. Like, oh, man. Anthony Joshua got smoked yesterday. Smoked for real. So, I mean.
Thank you for the call, sir. Thank you.
All right.
Okay. He said the same thing I just said. I thought he had some new information. The type of, also, hang on a second. Justin Bieber was diagnosed in 2020 with Lyme disease. And in 2022, some type of Ramsay-Hunt syndrome, type 2. He's not well, okay? So I think he's coming up on his 7th or 8th album. And again, he's a father. He's married. He is going to cooperate. I'm looking for the type of visa that he has. It's a working visa, but at the same time, if he does not cooperate, they can affect, his bag here in America. I've asked you this, guys, before, and some people have alluded to this. It's starting to look like Kim Porter was killed. I have no proof. It's starting to look like she was killed. Now, she was very young when she died. I forget her age. She was in her 40s, early, not even the mid-40s, supposedly pneumonia. And I saw Al B. Shore, who's the father of, I think it's Quincy, who Diddy raised. Al B. Shore is, he's not looking like a dummy now, right? I want to say that with regards to Diddy. Let me go to area code 347. Good evening, late night. We're talking about Diddy pimping Justin Bieber. Are you there? Are you up to speed?
Star, peace. So real quick, lifelong Jets fan. I want to start off there real quick.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm man enough to admit that. Okay. But anyway, I know you don't really mess with Aaron Rodgers and all that, but he's definitely one of the best quarterbacks in NFL history. Despite you getting on his neck about only winning one Super Bowl, because you get on dudes that they don't win a chip, he actually won one, and he's pretty solidified. So, I'm not really with the Aaron Rodgers hate, even though he is old and this is his last window to actually, win another Super Bowl. But long story short, if you're a realistic Jet fan, you can't be going crazy about them being 2-1 right now, because history will tell you that things can go left at any given moment with the Jets. So let's take our time. Let's wait and see what happens.
Well, sir, who am I speaking to? Give us your name.
This is the Most High, God. This is the Most High.
Oh, the Most High. Okay. Well, hang on a second. You should know that I hate to motivate. I'm the objective hater, never a player hater. Okay, so Aaron Rodgers, who's how old now? I forget, 39, 42? How old is he?
40.
Okay.
40.
Yes, he got a Super Bowl once upon a time, back in the day. You see, my issue, and I'll take the time again, the Jets haven't won the Super Bowl, their only Super Bowl, since the 1968-69 season with Joe Namath, yes?
Facts.
Okay.
Facts.
So yes, he once upon a time he got the ring, but if he's just some old guy now, trying to benefit off of being in the number one market, I got a problem with him. Question: do they still play in New Jersey?
Of course they do.
Okay. Yeah. So technically,
you mean New York Annex?
Technically, they are the New Jersey Jets. But go ahead.
So yeah, he's 40 years old, but he still has some left in the tank. He's still a precision. He still throws the ball with precision. Okay. He has to, at this point, he has to develop a rapport with Garrett Wilson, their best wide receiver. They haven't quite done it yet, but he has some reliable targets there, and they have two great running backs, or two very good young running backs, Breece Hall and Braylon Allen. So they definitely have a good defense, a very good defense. Even though my namesake Jermaine Johnson is out for the year. He was a great edge rusher and a defensive player. So they do have Quentin Williams up the middle. They do have Will McDonald on the side. Their secondary is pretty good. The head coach is known for his defensive schemes when he was the defensive coordinator.
I don't mean to cut you short, sir, but my focus is Diddy pimping out Justin Bieber. Keep me posted, because last year in the first game, Aaron Rodgers had an injury. So this is the year where he's got to show improve realistically. Yes, at 40 years of age.
Facts. Yeah. Facts. No question. Okay. Can I chime in on Diddy real quick though?
Please. Pimping out Justin Bieber at parties. Diddy gave him a bottle, and he was young, man, and sheesh, it's a quagmire. Go ahead.
So my thing is that when one of his former artists, Mark Curry, wrote that book, Dance with the Devil, I actually bought the book. Okay. It actually was informative. And it wasn't, the funny thing is that book wasn't even really talking about the debauchery like Diddy parties and baby oil and all that other wildness or whatever the case is. It was really about him being a foul businessman. And just off the strength of him being a foul businessman, for pretty much his whole time in the industry and following the standard foul business tactics of the music industry in general, he should have been sat down years ago just for jerking his artists and being funny with the money and all that. So you take that with all the private personal stuff that's coming out the last 15, 20 years. Son is a straight demon, for real. It's all documented, and it's not even far-fetched.
The Most High, I have to jump in. You and I have good conversations. I've never read Mark Curry's book, but I did see Mark Curry admitting to playing a part in spiking drinks with Diddy. Yes?
It's a fact.
Yeah. What was that? The Art of Dialogue?
It's a fact.
Was that the Art of Dialogue?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you think he should be called in? Hang on. To testify, or might he be arrested at some point? He admitted to it on the art. I think it was hang on a second, folks in the live chat. Was that the Art of Dialogue? Where he spoke about spiking drinks. So his personal feelings towards Diddy. That's one thing. I think Mark Curry was a great writer. He didn't get a chance to really blossom. We know this, but he admitted to spiking drinks. Can you speak to that, please?
Now, no question. I definitely heard it, and it was so bad that he had a series of interviews with Gully TV, and after that, Gully cut him off. So that's how deep those admissions were. You could definitely find that on Gully Channel. That's a fact. So that's just that off the rip in terms of that. But the thing is, what's funny about this era, when people start saying or the
Most High, I don't mean to interrupt, but speak to Mark Curry admitting to spiking drinks, sir. That's what I want to hear.
Oh no, that's a definite fact. At parties, they used to have separate bottles, one for the team, I guess for the males and the homies, and then they had other bottles they were spiking for the females to make them easy access for the after party. Yeah. It's a fact.
So, do you think Mark Curry, he's probably a great guy. I have nothing sideways to say about him. Never met him. Do you think he should be subpoenaed, or, should he go down with Diddy if Diddy is found to have done these things that he is being accused of? Can you speak to that before I take the calls, please?
Nah, no question. Especially if they are substantiated or whatever. Some females come forward and be like, I was at that party. I remember this. I remember these dudes. And if it could be substantiated, get them up in there.
Okay. Hey, man, keep me posted on the Jets.
Start laughing. It's crazy. NBA stars this week, Star.
Hang on, man. Listen. Joe Namath was my guy, man. I grew up, Broadway Joe. He was in some movie called CC Rider or something. I was there. Matt Schnell. You ever heard of Matt Schnell on the Jets?
Yeah, number 41. He was the running back, of course.
So I want to see the Jets win. But you got a 40-year-old, man. Come on, let's not act like he's a spring chicken.
This is the only window. This is the only window. I'm watching KC struggle right now with the Falcons. Okay. The Jets, if they could do it, it's gonna have to be this year.
Okay. Keep me posted, man. Thank you.
Peace, Lord.
Yes, peace. Anybody want to call in and kick dirt on those bum ass Jets? Okay, hang on a second, guys. All right, Justin Bieber, his visa is a O1 visa, or technically an O visa. It's a classification of non-immigrant temporary worker visa granted by the United States to aliens who possesses extraordinary ability in the science, arts, education, business, or athletics, or who has a record of extraordinary achievement, yada, yada, yada. So Justin Bieber, in my opinion, not only will he cooperate, he has to tell. When they interrogate or interview him, he's going to have to tell about doing Molly and other things. He already admitted to this stuff. I saw videos with him admitting to doing drugs. Was this, on Diddy's watch at the parties? Did Diddy give him drugs directly from his hand? Oh, my goodness. Did Diddy have a tranny? I hate to say it, but did Diddy have a tranny blow this little nigga's top, and did he film it? Is it Ant? I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Bieber got his cheeks clapped. Oh, my goodness. He said, little twist. Thank you, Ant. What year was that when a little twist from Dallas, Texas, he was rolling with Young Money? He got caught driving. Justin Bieber gave him one of his cars to go to the store or to go get some drugs. I don't know. One of those fancy cars made in Finland. And Lil Twist was speeding, got arrested, and Justin had to cooperate. Now, I don't know if he said the little nigger stole the car or if he loaned it to him, but a year or so later, Lil Twist went to jail. He went to prison. Thank you, Ann, for your donation. Something else about Justin. Hold on a second. Lil Twist. Oh, God, I just drew a blank real quick. I'll come back to it. Crown, are you calling in? Crown says, "Fruck DL, buck dancing, Hewley." Okay, what happened? What's going on? Even though we don't share the same ideology or philosophy or anything, DL Hughley's cool with me, man. But hey, listen, I appreciate you chiming in, Crown. Thank you so much. Hey, Sunday, are you calling? And she says the issue with cooperation is any crimes Justin may have committed also will be exposed. This is facts. Did he put dirt on everyone's hands? 48 laws. That's a fact. Thank you so much, Sunday, because people, have gotten this thing twisted. Yo, they doing him dirty. I don't want to kick dirt on a black man. Diddy's not black. He's wealthy. Stop it. If you don't own a home worth $1.5 million, Diddy would not fuck with you. Let's be clear. Thank you, Sunday. If you're calling in, let me know. Okay. Let's get back to the phones. I think somebody's tapping in from Canada. Wait a minute. Are you calling in from Canada? Area code 416. Good evening. Late night. 416.
Hey, Star, how are you?
Hey, good evening. Oh, good morning.
No. Good evening. Are we following the algorithm tonight?
Well, who's speaking? Who are you?
Frankie G, man. We spoke about I called in to speak about the Anthony Joshua fight, man.
Okay.
We spoke about
I don't remember, sir, but let's try to keep the language, respectable. Let me do the cursing.
Cool.
Let me do the cursing.
Okay, cool. Gotcha.
I want to focus on Justin Bieber first, and then if you saw the Joshua fight, we can get to that, please.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what, Star, man? It's really messed up. Like, if you're saying the FBI reports are alleging that Justin Bieber was being pimped out, me, like, living in Toronto for many, many years, I'm not a fan of the kid, but I respect his career and his success and all that. But listen, man, if he was underage and Diddy was doing him like that, then I want to see him underneath the jail. Like you said, man, that's enough, right? That's the last straw for me.
Well, that's my terminology, pimped out, but he is part of the investigation along with 300 other people. That's not alleged. Right. It's not alleged. So have you seen any video footage of Justin Bieber, with Diddy? At the time, Diddy was in his 40s, man, and this kid was like, 15 going on 16. It was creepy. You see any of this stuff?
Yes, sir. The video footage was wild, man. I seen the one video, and he looked like he was still a teenager, and he was asking me, like, "Oh, how come you don't
a preteen, sir,
buy anymore?"
Preteen
and preteen. Yeah, he said, "How come you don't come by no more? You don't have my phone number." And then he was kind of like pressing him on like why he doesn't come hang out with him anymore. And then there was another clip of he was saying he's got custody of him for the next 48 hours or something. Yeah. It was really disturbing, man. It was crazy.
Yeah. You're from Canada. Justin Bieber, as I said, he has a visa here in the States, so he's gonna cooperate. If he doesn't, the Homeland Security (HSI) can revoke or suspend his visa. You know this, yes?
Yes, sir. Yeah. He has to because of like you were saying, since they're gonna call him as a witness. He's gonna have to testify if he wants to continue to, do business in America, which I'm sure he wants to do, right? So, because he's a citizen of Canada, so
even if he himself has been involved in crimes, alleged crimes, they want to know: did you engage in any sexual activity at the age of 15 when you were at these parties? At the age of 16, did you coordinate with anybody to come from a different state or to meet you in a state? Did you use mobile devices where those electronic transmissions can become evidence? It's deep. Go ahead.
Right.
Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to see Justin cooperate. And I'm with you, Star, man. If there is, if there's all kinds of craziness going on, like when he was a preteen and all that stuff, I want to see him name names. I want people out of here. Yeah. Out of here. Yeah.
Okay. The Anthony Joshua fight, did you see it this weekend? This past weekend?
Yes, sir. Okay. Yes, sir.
Can you spend no more than 1 minute? What happened? He got his clock cleaned. How many times did he get dropped? 4 times?
Star, I believe he was dropped a total of 5 times in the fight, and it could have been more because the ref, I don't know if you noticed it, a couple times where Anthony Joshua got dropped, he called it a slip. One time, both of Joshua's gloves touched the ring.
Yeah. So the ref was trying to help him.
Yeah, he was trying to help him out, but there was no saving Anthony Joshua, man. He took a brutal beating. And you know what? For me, I don't know if you remember Frank Bruno.
He's a Frank Bruno version. Of course.
Yes, sir. To me, Anthony Joshua has always been a Frank Bruno version 2.0. He's a big, muscular guy. He talks well. People like him. He's he's likable and all that. But in terms of boxing skills, it's just not there. His footwork is very poor. He moves kind of like a robot. I don't know if you noticed his head and chin were so high up and exposed. He was just getting his clock cleaned. And you know what? I think.
And he mentioned with regards to Daniel Dubois, who gave him the beating.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yeah. Daniel Dubois came with it, man. It was a really impressive performance, and like we were just talking about, the one-sided beatdown from the first bell to the last, to the last knockout there. Yeah. But so Dubois got a bag coming to him, whether it's from Usyk or Fury, whoever wins that fight. But for Joshua, I think the only thing that they can try to salvage at this point is a fight versus Deontay Wilder, since no one.
I think it's over. But listen, man, that's been your 1 minute. Stay in touch. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I see you guys on the phones. Sit tight. My focus this evening, as you can see, Diddy pimped Justin Bieber at parties, according to the FBI. I've got multiple sources here, and you folks can do your own research. As I've said earlier, in case you did not hear me, said Diddy needs to go down. And that's not just me speaking from the position of an insider. His movements are a little too old school, too toxic. And with regards to the Homeland Security and the federal charges. Don't just look at the sex parties. Don't just look at that and say, oh, well, he can party. Yeah, Hugh Hefner had parties as well. Playboy founder. We know this already. But Diddy was filming people, enticing people. Some of the allegations with regards to the complaint, forcing people. And this is a man who professed to walk with God. Salute to those of you who want to see justice for Tupac. I mean, if you don't, know your history, that's fine. That's what I'm here for. Tupac truly believed that Diddy was behind him getting shot once upon a time at the studio when he was going upstairs, when he refused to lay down and they started shooting him. He did the Vibe magazine interview. Tupac didn't bite his tongue. He implemented Diddy. So do you want to see justice for Tupac? Just had to say that. Okay. I can't pronounce your name. Thank you for your donation. Is it Wakiza? Big Keys? Thank you for your support, sir. Thank you for tapping in. Let's get to the phone lines here. I'm looking for anybody who... Let's be rational tonight. We can be silly as well, but let's be rational. Area code 857. Good evening. Justin Bieber. Pimped at Diddy parties. Good evening.
Yep. It's Joe Pilot, man. What's good, Star? You already know
Joe.
I'm on one, man. I want everyone locked up. I want Mary J. Blige locked up. I want Danny Boy on the stand telling the people what Mary J. Blige did to him, crying. I want Fabulous locked up. I want Meek locked up. I want that whole ass nigga Roger Bonds locked up. Man, let's lock up everyone.
What did Fabulous do? Slow down. What did Fabulous do? What did Fabulous do?
Man, look at that Drink Champs interview. He wanted a party with Fab, man. And Fab looked real scared and nervous. It looked like, man, they had some encounter, man, because Fab was looking real scared when it was him and Jada kissing Fabulous on that, table full of L. Man, I
think Fabulous was looking at Diddy like a deranged nigger. He wanted no parts of the deranged nigger. But go ahead. Where you go? Man,
I want him on the stand interrogated. I want Justin Bieber's mom locked up. Okay. Man, I definitely want Usher locked up. He was having crazy sleepovers with Justin Bieber. Man, I want everyone locked up, man. This is just disgusting. Bro, I want Young Jock. Anybody signed to Bad Boy anywhere, I want them all interrogated. I want Young Miami locked up. We got to get that trash off the street.
I definitely want to see Young Miami locked up. But hang on a second. Hang on. You see my showrunner? It says, would you tell on Sean Diddy Combs? I usually put another trending news story in the showrunner, but I need to ask you, would you tell if you were in a situation where you knew something or you were part of the industry? Please be as forthright and as truthful as possible. Would you tell?
Man, I'm about my cheddar. If me and him broke bread, I ain't telling. If he ain't look out for me, man, he can go under the jail. So it's all dependent. If we broke bread, but I'm business. I'm in cahoots with him. How can I tell? You feel me? Yeah. But if we ain't broke no bread, man, you going under the jail, man. That's that.
Okay. I appreciate the call. Anything else with regards to Diddy before you go?
Man, yeah, man, we definitely need Mary J. Blige locked up. Poor Danny Boy, man, she turned that boy into the other side after what she was done with him.
Okay.
The thing she did wasn't right. I'm out.
I appreciate the call. Thank you. Guys, in case you don't know, singer Danny Boy, formerly of Death Row, he did make allegations a couple of years ago that Mary J. Blige, did he say she took his virginity? Live chat? It did say that she was, choking his snake, blowing the bagpipes in B flat. But did he say she took his virginity? Sunday, are you? No, not Sunday. Pardon me. Tiffany, are you in the live chat? I tried to call you and email you. Tiffany, if you're there, I was just trying to contact you if you find the time. Okay. Hey, Penelope, I got your donation. Thank you for your support. Okay. Blades tapping in. Star, that was a good question. Did Puff sick the tranny from the Flavor in Your Ear remix on Justin Bieber and film it? Oh, my God. Wow. It's time. It's time not just for Diddy to go down, not just because he's a sexual deviant, but he has been orchestrating this demonic empire for decades. Orchestrating it. This is a RICO case. Your feelings are your feelings. I get it. But there comes a time when you have to answer for what you've done. And let me just say again, salute to Roger Bonds. He said on Vlad TV, in order to make change, you got to show change. So he's willing to testify, even if there's no threat of him being prosecuted or going to jail. I salute that man, okay? Let's go back to the phone lines here. Area code 917, late night. We're talking about a few topics. Are you up to speed? Justin Bieber, Pimped.
Hey, yo, what up, Star? First and foremost, salute to you, salute to the Star Report, salute to the chat, right?
Way, man.
But yeah, I'm reading the headline.
Okay.
Would you tell on Sean Diddy Combs?
Yes, sir.
Damn right, I'm telling on son.
Okay.
Son is a pedo. Son ain't do right. And
well, we don't know that for sure if he's a pedo, sir. But now, if you were, hang on. If you were connected to him in any way, shape, or form, doing business, if you were just, an artist, and you saw something, and you were subpoenaed, would you tell?
Yeah, so we're going to say allegedly. But if I saw something, right, and I was subpoenaed, I'm in that shit first. I'm in that shit 9 o'clock in the morning before it opens. I'm in front of the courthouse. You know what I'm saying? I'm begging to be on the stand. Right hand on the Bible, left hand up. You dig what I'm saying?
You sound like me in 2010. I was subpoenaed to testify. I went the day before just so I could get a feeling of the courtroom. And the prosecutor saw me and said, "Mr. Train, what are you doing here? You're scheduled for tomorrow." I said, "Yeah, I'm coming tomorrow. Just want to feel things out." Go ahead.
You already know. I'm in front of the building. I might even take the DA out to dinner. Yo, come on. We can have a side testimony. Let's go. We ain't got to play no games.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We see all the footage and things like that. But another thing, we gonna talk about Justin Bieber and all that. And I'm sorry what allegedly happened to that young brother, that young man. Right, but Canadian, American, African, whatever he is, you know what I'm saying, from what they see and what happened to boy, he ain't right. We talking about a whole lot of trauma, but another thing is this, from what I understand, allegedly, I'm gonna say allegedly, Justin Bieber's parents gave rights to Diddy to be the parental guardian.
Okay.
So why aren't they arrested? You dig what I'm saying? Because this ain't just Diddy.
Right.
What's going on with the parents? Like, because me as a parent, if I'm taking my kid to Disney or whatever, and I'm saying, like, yo, I want you to be a star.
Right.
Go ahead, act. I'm never signing over my rights. I don't care how much money you give me or who you say you are. I'm not trusting you. I'm not trusting my child in the hands of nobody.
Okay.
You coming home at the end of the night. Yeah, you do your shoot. You do your little music video and all that. I'm on set, and your little ass is coming home.
If I can jump in, sir, that sounds hot. And there's a lot of people from, impoverished areas, and they do have good morals, ethics, and values. Let me just say that. But when that cheddar is in front of them, that Skrilla, a lot of times they make the wrong decisions. And I'm not trying to clown them, but these are the things that happen. And there's a lot going on behind the scenes as well. So, can you finish up with regards to, Diddy pimping Justin Bieber, according to the FBI? Can you finish up, please?
All right. All I'm going to say is, that song Yummy, it sounds like it's about Diddy. That's a song by Justin Bieber. And we're going to end right there.
Thank you, sir.
Salute to you, Star.
Yes,
Salute to the Star Report.
Okay.
Beloved brother, to Wake Up Worldwide. Later.
Did he call me beloved brother? Or is that his name? Did he slip that in? Sheesh. Folks, if you're new to this show, I reject the word brother. Anyway, guys, showrunner, youtube.com/@Coffee Chat with Camille. That's one of my sponsors. Please go check out her page. She does great content, okay? Jamal, I got your donation. Folks, my Cash App info is right there. If you would be so kind to support the content. Jamal says, tranny and Flavor in Your Ear remix video was killed too. Yeah, what year was that? Please stop killing the trannies. Didn't they kill the tranny that Eddie Murphy picked up at 4:30 in the morning? Thank you for your Cash App advance or art group. Hey, Dorothy, I got your email. Yeah, I know about the Kim Porter journal, but is that real? Can someone call in and please break that down? Supposedly, Kim Porter, Diddy's ex, she kept notes, and supposedly she sent it to Kamora Lee. And then she, I don't know how, at what time frame after she sent it to Camora Lee, she died. But she was too young to just die of natural causes. Supposedly, it was pneumonia, fluid in the lungs. Dorothy says Kim Porter got a tell-all book about Diddy. Came out a couple of weeks ago. Can you send me a link, please? I heard that was fake, Dorothy. And didn't supposedly Kim Porter said that she let Tupac smash, and Diddy wanted to join a threesome with her and Tupac. Yes, no, maybe? Troll babies. Oh my God, this is messy. This is so messy. Hold on a second. Let's go to area code 609. Late night. Good evening. Diddy pimped Justin Bieber, and I think he's going to tell you there. Area code 609 12.
Hey, Star, what's going on?
Yes, sir. Good
Can
evening.
you hear me?
Yes, sir. Good evening. How are you?
Hey, this Big Keys calling out of Trenton, New Jersey.
Hey, man. How are you? It's cracking.
Yeah, I sent the donation.
Thank you, man.
All right. So, I want to talk about the Justin Bieber. Can I smoke on the Justin Bieber pack real quick?
Please.
So remember the video that he had out when he was young, talking about one.
Sir, I was going to get to that in about 20 minutes.
So
hang on. You see,
go ahead.
That, in my opinion, is the reason why he allowed himself to fall into the clutches of Diddy.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
One less lonely nigger.
Yeah, one less lonely nigga. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you think Diddy might have got a hold of that video and looked at him looked at him at his eyes and be like, so you like calling us niggas, huh?
Well,
all right, go in this room real quick, Playboy. Slap this baby oil on real quick. I'm gonna show you a nigga real quick. You know what I'm saying? You think Diddy might have took that video and
I think you're speculating with regards to that, but the video again,
right,
that is still on YouTube. Hang on a second. Still on YouTube. Right, it was very embarrassing for Justin Bieber. He was very young when he did it. Yeah, it's still out there.
It's still up?
Yes, it's still out there. Right. But now that was the focus of controversy for many years. So he needed that black stamp of approval. Go ahead.
Right. That was just, I was just making reference to that, like just joking about a little bit, like maybe Diddy might have got a hold of that and be like, you know what, I'm gonna show you, Playboy. I'm gonna show you.
Well, sir, let's not joke about a minor, please. You're doing too much.
Right.
Come on.
Right.
Come on.
All right, my fault. All right, my fault. All right, so another thing too. I don't know if you noticed, like Usher, he just recently deleted all his old tweets with Diddy in it.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So everybody's running for the hills now.
As they should,
sir. Stepping down.
As they should.
Yeah, CEO stepping down. Usher deleting old tweets. Kanye over there making billions in China, Hong Kong. Like he ain't even stepped foot back in America yet. He doing all his shows over there, so he might as well stay over there.
Megan Fox and Pink as well have been deleting tweets.
Yeah, everybody's deleting anything related to Diddy.
everybody's erasing. You can't erase it because Twitter, Black Twitter, they're going to bring up old tweets like, hey, remember this? Hey, remember this? Hey, Star, Oprah, whoever else. Hey, y'all remember this? Y'all was with Diddy.
Okay.
So
would you tell? Let's get right to this showrunner. Would you tell if you were subpoenaed or if you were, under investigation? That's my showrunner. Would you tell on Diddy?
Hey, I don't play with them feds. I love my freedom. Okay. You know what I mean? Like my man said before, hey, if you ain't never break bread with me, hey, yeah, him over there, officer. Him right there.
Gotcha. Okay.
Him right there.
I appreciate the call, sir.
But
thank you.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't going to get to that just yet. I wanted to give it some time. Justin Bieber made a video when he was very young. One less lonely nigger, and it's been out there. It's still out there. Very embarrassing, but he got past it, and Usher, took him under his wing. Diddy came in, and they co-signed him. Nah, he cool, yo, as black people do. Nah, he cool, yo, and gave him that stamp of approval. Was that part of the reason why Justin Bieber at such an early and young age allowed himself to fall victim to the bullshit, to the drugs? He admitted to doing drugs and other things. I don't know if he was, doing anything harder than that, Molly. But we will find out soon. Oh, you know what else I want to mention, guys? Hold on a second. Hold on. Oh, my goodness. J-Lo. Before Cassie, there was J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez. And I have no proof, but I think Ben Affleck broke up with her, after the whole speculation about things once upon a time. What year was that? Benifer. Hold on a second. Let me just Google this. They used to call them Benifer. When did they first start dating? Guys, sit down on the phones. I'm coming. The reason why I'm mentioning this, right, is because the recent divorce, motivated by Ben Affleck, right? Did the feds tell him, Homeland Security, that there's video footage of Jennifer Lopez getting double penetrated by, Diddy and, I don't know, some black guy? And somebody was smoking a crack rock and, just crazy shit. Okay, back in 2002, they got engaged. So after the Club New York shooting, which happened in 1999, Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck, they got engaged. So I guess he figured the whole thing is over. She's not going down, and Diddy didn't go down. Shine went to the penitentiary, as you know. But they broke up. God, they made that horrible film in 2003, Jiggly. And then in 2003, they postponed the wedding. So again, I just wanted to put that on the table since it's late night and we're talking a little crazy. And in 2004, they officially broke up. And so that was years after the Club New York shooting when J-Lo was dating Diddy. Now, my point for saying all that is, a tiger cannot change its stripes. You've heard that before. So Diddy was who he was. Was J-Lo part of the freak-offs? And is that what now got Ben Affleck in such a tizzy to ultimately, just lose interest in her? Was J-Lo doing lines of coke and buffing tranny tops? I just had to ask. I don't know. I have no goddamn proof. Area code 513. It's late night. We're talking about Justin Bieber getting pimped out by Diddy, according to the FBI. Are you there? 513.
What's going on, Star?
Yes, sir. How are you?
Your boy Sabotage. I'm all right. Yeah, man. I feel like him, Usher, and I think the main reason everybody is so nervous about it is if Diddy really open up and everything come out, Black Hollywood go change. It ain't gonna look the same no more. It's gonna be a lot of folks that go that at least in the public opinion go look real crazy, man. Even being there, just being there for those moments.
You said Black Hollywood? I missed that. Black Hollywood?
As far as all the black actors that's in Hollywood.
Okay.
It's a lot of it's a lot of, not saying that's the only ones that was there, but saying he can take down a lot of people to make things look different.
Okay. Are you there, sir? I'm trying to follow you.
Oh yeah, I'm here. I'm here, Star. Yeah. I thought you had something to say.
No. You.
That's how
Black Hollywood. Isn't Black Hollywood in Atlanta?
Oh yeah, as far as the name of it, but I'm just speaking on the terms of most of your black actors. Like Marlon Wayans was talking stuff on the Shannon Sharp show about he don't know nothing about what's going on. What if if it's footage on him looking at something crazy? You know,
I didn't watch that interview, but I like Marlon Wayans. I met him.
Me too.
I don't care for his brother Sean, but Marlon Wayans, he's a smart guy. He's got a nice demeanor about him, and he's I don't know what his status is, and who cares? But he seems to be defending trans people, and he's a father as well. Yes.
Well, no.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And I believe, I can't say 100%, but I want to say he was on a boat with some chicks doing this thing, wilding out, and fell out with his old lady or wife one. Okay. So it ain't like he ain't accustomed to that camera turning up.
Are you talking about Marlon Wayans, sir, or Justin Bieber?
Yeah, Marlon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I ask you to pull it back to Justin Bieber? Now you're going in a totally different direction. I'm talking about Diddy pimping a young Justin Bieber, sir. Let's.
Oh yeah. I said I agree with that. With that. Him and Usher was young. The same symptoms though. You know, the same thing. His mama had.
Well, Usher's black, sir. Now we've got a white boy. Now shit is real, right, sir? Yo, now it's real.
Yeah, everything flips. Yeah. All
right. Can you finish up, sir? 30 seconds, please. Finish up.
Oh, yeah, that's it, man. I appreciate you giving me the time.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you. Folks, I want you to talk. I'm going to let you talk. Troll babies. That man was talking about Black Hollywood. I couldn't catch it. What the fuck? Black Hollywood. Is Black Hollywood even a reality? Oh my God. Folks, I'm not going to kick this guy's back in. In fact, I think I'm going to pull back on Fat Joe. Holy smokes. Troll babies, folks in the live chat, did anybody see the video with Fat Joe, DJ Khaled, who they're saying is bisexual? And somebody was carrying the bags. Was that my nigga Pistol Pete? Did anybody see Fat Joe? Does he have like severe arthritis? What is up with his legs? I mean, no disrespect. Does he have scoliosis? You know, that thing with the crooked spine? Sit tight on the phone. Did anybody see that video? Is Fat Joe okay? I got to pull back. Joe, I'm leaving you alone, man. If you've got some type of arthritis or gout or scurvy, man, I can leave you alone, man. Just that looked crazy. I just had to say that. I think White Boy Rory's tapping in. White Boy Rory, are you there? Late night. White Boy Rory. Give me a second. In 5, in 4, 3, 2. Come on, pick it up. Pick it up. Don't kill the vibe, Rory.
Yo, Star, what's up, man?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You can hear me?
I can hear you. Justin Bieber, your thoughts, and watch the language. Let me say that early. Watch the language.
I thought you said that when we was going off the rails tonight. It's late night.
You leave the cursing to me, white boy. Slow down. Leave the curse to me.
Oh, come on. Well, all of a sudden with some white boy, now all of a sudden we got rules and stuff. All right. All right. We got white boy rules tonight.
Yeah, we got white boy rules for you.
I see it's a racist show.
Yes,
I can see it's a
selective racism.
Black dude duking a little white boy up the butt.
Right.
Now white boys got all kinds of perimeters and standards. But black dudes say whatever they want when they call in, right?
That's right. Let's go.
Yeah. I'm a little taken back. I'm a little taken back by some of the commentators. I've never heard an excuse in my life that if a white kid, especially a young kid, said the N-word or did a song with the N-word in it, that the repercussions were to get duped up your butt by a bunch of black dudes and pimped out to a bunch of zesty ass black dudes. I never heard that. Maybe it's where I'm from, but where I'm from, if you see the N-word and a black guy takes that the wrong way, a real black dude, the last thing he's thinking about is duking you up the butt. He might punch your legs out, or you might have to fight the dude. But a lot of these people calling in here like, do you think the reason that Justin Timberlake...
Well, listen, never mind the caller. Hang on, never mind the callers. You and I are friends. I'm okay with you saying nigga. You say it all the time. But now, listen, we have no proof. Slow down. No. We have no proof that Justin Bieber was taking tool in his poop shoot. Slow down. You see, you're going into a place that, I can't prove. You have no knowledge of. I'm talking about Diddy pimping him out. Did you see the videos? They're very cringeworthy. He's offering him a Maserati. Justin is there. He's young and gullible. He's 15. What do you think, man? Speak to that.
No, I agree with you. I saw those videos. I think they're cringeworthy. But real white boys don't feel bad for white dudes like that.
Right.
We don't feel bad for white dudes like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you hanging out with all black dudes and you don't come to the spot with a couple of people you grew up with, your own homies or something like that, you want to be down. You want to be the only white guy in a black club or at a black party and think you cool. Like, they're not going to turn on you sooner or later.
Right.
Like, if you're not from that neighborhood and they don't know you since the sandbox, that you're not all good with them. A lot of these black dudes, they're groomers, man. They're groomers and they're zesty. They're goddamn zesty.
Is Diddy a groomer? Rory, is Diddy a groomer?
He's a groomer.
Okay.
He's a groomer. I think he's an equal opportunity groomer.
Okay.
And I think that I think Justin Bieber got him more play than someone like Meek Mill. He got a cute little white boy there. That's a trophy.
Right.
That's a little trophy. And it's always when you go to prison, you never hear, oh, you scared of the white dude named, Travis or something like that, or the white dude named Billy that's going to take your buzz. No, it's always the big black dude named Bubba. Right. That's why everybody's scared of. That's the prison.
Now, hang on a second. Take a breath. You've been to jail. You've been to jail many times, and you've had fights with blacks, Puerto Ricans. You've always stood firm, right? With regards to Justin,
some of them are my friends too, though, dog. Some of my friends too, though.
Yeah, I know your pedigree. Take it easy. Do you think that Justin Bieber was traumatized by Diddy and his sexual nonsense? He's a demon, a deviant. I'm saying it. Do you think he was traumatized?
I've seen it a million times before. I know he's traumatized. I know he's traumatized. I've seen it a million times before. I've seen punk-ass white boys thinking that they're down and they want to wear a purple do-rag and go all out like they're like they're accepted or something like that. You don't have to act like you're accepted. You don't have to act like real dudes, real people, real white boys. You don't act like that. Yeah, I don't give a fuck if they don't accept me or not. I'm still coming into the spot. If Rakim's playing in the spot and it's the House of Blues on 42nd and the crowd is 90% black, I don't care. I'm going to listen to it. I don't care. Yeah. I'm not trying to be friends with anybody in there. I'm not trying to take selfies and take pictures with a bunch of black dudes. I'm not doing that. Yeah. So you get a lot of corny.
Your motto is white boys rumble, crackers crumble, right? That's your motto.
That's a whole fact. White boys rumble, crackers crumble.
Let's go.
And Justin Bieber's a little cracker from Canada who wanted to be down, but he wasn't down by law. Okay. You down by law, you not down. You don't have to look for acceptance from anybody. You know what I mean? And and you got to remember, a lot of these black dudes is groomers, man. They nasty. They really nasty. They on that butt time.
Well, now hold on, because
they're not even hiding it anymore.
Hold on. A week or so ago, you called and you were defending Diddy. Yo, Diddy's a gangster. Now he's a what? He's a bone smuggler and a groomer. Where you going?
Oh, I never talked about Diddy's sexuality. I fully believe that Diddy likes dudes too. I think Diddy is on butt time. Right. But I respect his gangster. Okay. I respect his gangster. Okay. That don't mean that some of the biggest gangsters in the history of America, in the history of the world, were on butt time. Yeah, that's a whole fact.
Alpo liked fat butt boys, according to the feds.
And Alpo had all Uptown shook to the day he died. Huh? He had all of them shook. He was riding around he was riding around on a Harley with a matching Gucci outfit. They were slapping people around. I heard he slapped around Unique Mecca Audio. That's word on the street.
I don't know about that, but now, hang on a second. Let's bring it back to Justin Bieber. Diddy, I want to finish up because I'm getting backed up on calls. So, you're saying Justin more than likely was traumatized by Diddy, who was grooming him. That's what you're saying.
He was traumatized because he wanted to be something that he wasn't. Right. He wanted to be cool with the black guys. That's what he wanted to do. He wanted to be cool with the black guys. And most of the time, when you don't have any credentials or they see right through that, they're either gonna beat you up or the zesty ones are going to duke you up your butt. Right. That's what they're going to do. And pass you around. Because a lot of them is nasty like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I appreciate the call, Rory. Thank you for tapping in.
Oh, by the way, Stark, incidentally, can I say real quick? I see Queen's Flip is ducking number 9 Smoke.
Oh, I see listen, that's not my topic. Flip. That's not my topic. Rory, that's not my topic. Thank you, man. Thank you. I don't know what's going on with those guys. Let's stay focused, please. On the screen, www.hudsontubs.com. That's one of my sponsors. Please check them out. Bathtub reglazing, commodes, sinks, any type of antique in your home that could be valuable. Reach out to Maurice. Please tell him I sent you. www.hudsontubs.com. And also StacyGalore.com. Stacy may or may not be in the live chat. I don't look in the live chat. I don't have my contacts on. Rondell, I got your donation. He says, please hit the like button. 6,000 watching. Thank you, Rondell, for your continued support. Anybody want to, speculate or speak to J-Lo, possibly, doing Molly, getting double penetrated by 2 black guys on film? Why did Ben Affleck just, lose interest in her and leading her to file for divorce? Did Homeland Security pay them a visit in the brand new $50 million mansion that they brought together? You don't just, make that type of purchase and have a goddamn wedding and then turn around and say, I don't want this bitch no more. Something happened. Did Homeland Security show up and say, Miss Lopez or Miss Affleck, we'd like to talk to you? We got some video footage. We got you and the diddler, and the both of you were blowing tranny tops. And we may come back and subpoena you. And then Ben Affleck, shook off the yoke. The fuck am I doing? Hold on a second. Area code 786, late night. We're talking about Diddy pimping Justin Bieber, according to the FBI. You there? 786.
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Good evening. Good morning.
Hi. Good evening. Good morning.
Hey,
My name is Char, Miami.
Nice to hear from you. What do you want to start, dear?
I wanted to address, and I don't know if you guys spoke on it prior to, because I kind of came in a little late, but there is a video that's been floating around with Diddy. I think it was Trey Songz, Odell Beckham, and Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
And in that video, they're at a party, and if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Trey that was holding the cell phone, and he was actually filming Justin bobbing on Odell. And Diddy was kind of like making some kind of distracting noise or whatever. So I don't know if that kind of made Justin get up and look up, and Odell looked up as well. And then Justin turns around and looks like into the camera and like kind of pushes the camera out of the way, like he didn't.
High on that shit.
Yeah, and his mouth was wet. And so that was one video I remember.
Well, hang on a second. Do you make content? I would love to have anybody call in, a female like yourself, and assist me with the tea, and in return I'll promote you. Do you make content on YouTube?
You know what? I've been asked by so many people to do it, and I've never done it. I do collect a lot of receipts, but I don't do the content thing.
So Trey Songz, who according to my homie Rory from Rory and Mulch, Trey Songz is another demon. You've heard this?
Yeah. That's very well known.
Well, he hasn't been convicted to my knowledge, but he has settled, a couple of lawsuits.
He settled a lot of lawsuits. Yeah, exactly. He comes to Miami often. And he likes to play. He likes to play down here, just like Diddy like to play down here too. Yeah. Come on. It's very interesting, but yeah, Diddy. I think he had Justin pimped out a lot. After he probably tossed him in the air and clapped his cheeks and recorded it and kept on recording and kept on pimping him out.
Right.
He had him, literally, he had him drinking a lot. I mean, it could have been water, but it could have been other things in the bottles. So I have a feeling he had him drugged too, and he probably got him hooked on some things too. Justin literally looked soulless after Diddy.
Stay with me. I saw him give Justin a bottle when he was very young. So I'm giving him a button. I don't know if Justin consumed that bottle, but if he did drink that alcohol and perform some type of sexual act, whether he was the receiver or the pitcher, if you get my drift, that could be statutory rape. So when they, drag his ass into a full-on investigation, or maybe even subpoena him to testify, we'll get more details. But with regards to Diddy, that's a crazy charge, giving a minor alcohol. Charlemagne gave Jessica Reed alcohol. This is a fact. Charlemagne to God, when she was 15, Jessica Reed, who was indeed raped that night. She was raped. This is a fact. But the South Carolina Medical Examiner's Office determined, because they did a rape kit, she was raped. He got 3 years probation. He tried to lie at first until academics. It was just a couple of months. No, it was 3 years. So if they gave Charlemagne 3 years probation, and if Justin Bieber drank that alcohol and did anything sexually, Diddy's going to do a little time off of that. What do you think?
Well, it's possible. Only thing is, I think what's going on with Diddy, and what's interesting, in the lawsuits, and I'm going to name Cassie's lawsuit and Little Rod's lawsuit.
Let's go.
Also, let me not omit the young lady from Danny. Is it Danity Kane? What was the name of the girl group?
Yeah,
The young
Kane.
lady.
Yeah, Dawn or
Dawn.
One of them girls. Yeah.
So notice in these lawsuits that certain higher ups, their names are mentioned, but during the actual indictment, a certain person's name was omitted. We know that there are people who financed him with a lot of these parties and a lot of the stuff that he's been doing. Yeah. He's not doing this, for free. He's getting money from his...
Dawn Richards. Richard is her name. And you have Aubrey O'Day, Dee Woods, Shannon Bex, and Andrea, whatever her last name is, something. But yeah, it's Danny King. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm looking at, Lucian Grains. I'm going to name some names.
Come on,
Lucian Grains.
Let's go.
His name was not mentioned in the indictment. Clive Davis's name was not mentioned in the indictment. Jimmy Iovine's name was not mentioned in the indictment, but yet those names are in each one of those lawsuits. So I'm feeling that there are some strings being pulled to omit those names and just focus on other players in this whole situation. That's what I'm seeing, and I'm paying very close attention because the way that this whole situation has Hollywood, the sports world, and law enforcement and government shooketh is epic. Yeah, this is serious.
Let me just say this again in case you didn't catch me say it earlier. Tupac didn't want no parts of Diddy's debauchery. According to Kim Porter, she let Tupac smash, and Diddy wanted to have a threesome, and Tupac said, "Get the fuck out of here." So there was a lot going on back then. R.I.P. to Craig Mack. He died from AIDS. I don't know if he did something or somebody did something to him. He was a great guy. We met him one time. But who else needs to stand and be accountable? We got Faith Evans. We got Carl Thomas. Come on, let's 112. Well, those niggas know something. 112. About 112.
Yeah, 112. Was it Day 26? That's
Day
the group.
26.
There's an interview with one of them talking and really saying some real shit. He was talking about how a lot of people come into the game and they do certain things to pay their bills, and he literally talked. And if you notice in the interview, the rest of them were kind of sniggling and giggling until he started talking, and then the whole mood changed in the room. Yeah, and I think he happened to be the one that got kicked out of the group.
The guy Q.
Yeah, yes, Q. Yeah. Correct.
He was very talented. I would believe that Diddy blackballed that guy. But hang on a second before you go, darling. Random question. Do you think Foxy Brown will finally tell on Jay-Z? Nicki Minaj has been going 10 toes down, hard in the paint. She's on tour and she got time to be up on X, blasting niggas. Did you see what Nicki Minaj said about Jay-Z and Foxy Brown?
Yeah, I saw a couple of her tweets. I definitely feel like Foxy will be conned on the stand, and I think she's going to be probably pulled into Keepy D situation, especially because I think she was a witness to being present around a certain time. It's like a timestamp.
No, baby. No, baby. The rumor has been that Jigga Man was smashing when she was 15.
Oh, no.
I have no proof. You don't know. Slow down. You don't know. This is the rumor. The rumor.
Yeah, okay. Let me say that then. It was a rumor, but it is assumed that was the case when he took her on as an artist, just like the whole situation with Rihanna.
So my question, hang on. So my question, do you think Foxy Brown, who is a mother, she's a mother now, and when people start having kids, they want to then be more truthful than what they were in the past. Do you think that Foxy Brown is going to at some point say, hey, I need to speak my truth. Never mind the money, never mind the fame and the jewelry and the cars. That nigga took this coochie when I was a baby. Go ahead.
Yeah, I believe that she will be forthcoming with certain information about that. Yeah. I do believe so.
Yeah. Okay. I've enjoyed talking to you. Stay in touch because there's other things I need to know. I need to know if Beyonce is a switch hitter. I heard she's a Furburger liquor and remember that band she had with all females?
Yeah, I remember. But
she was running through that band. If you know what I mean.
There's something that a lot of people didn't probably pay attention to Tupac. I feel
baby, we'll get back to Tupac.
Okay.
Find out if Beyonce so switch hitter and get back to me. That's the rumor. Okay.
Oh, okay. No problem.
Thank you, baby. Thank you so much. All right. Mario Winans was signed to Bad Boy. Oh shit! What did he see? Let's get that nigga in there and get him talking. Machine Gun Kelly was signed to Bad Boy. Those old dusty niggas, New Edition. God, I can't stand them niggas. They were signed to Bad Boy. B5. I interviewed them. They came on the Star and Buckwild show years ago. Young. I thought they had a bright future, and then something happened, and that was it. Carl Thomas. He's a good guy. Oh, my goodness. Black Rob, R.I.P. Guys, I'm coming to the phone. Just give me a second. Elvis, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in, sir. He says, free Diddy still. Elvis, did you read the complaint? Well, this is deeper than just having sex parties. You have automatic weapons with serial numbers scratched off. Why? Why would a billionaire have weapons like that? Come on, man. Somebody's got to answer to that. But thank you for your donation, Terrence. I got your donation. YK Osiris visited Diddy and came back suicidal. Yeah. Did Diddy put something in the drink, man? Guys, you got to be careful drinking around people, Jordan, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Okay. Okay, you're on the line. Hold on a second. Folks, when you spend Skrilla, I move a little faster to the phones. I don't charge people to call them, but I'm a businessman. You feel me? Where are you, sir? 240. Am I missing 240? Jordan, thank you for your support. Where do you want to start? Late night. Jordan?
Yes, sir. How you doing? Thanks for taking my call.
Yes, sir. We're going to start.
I'm going to start with what you tell on Diddy Combs.
Yes.
And you and I spoke last week about this, but I would simply say, yes, I would.
Okay.
And the reason why is everybody gets a chance, to atone for their mistakes and their rights and wrongs. Yeah. But once you let a situation get to the police level, where there's indictments and things like that, you're now forcing my hand to right the wrong for you.
Yeah.
So at that point, it's out of my hands. I have to tell on you because you have not done what you should have done before the police got involved. So if that means a civil suit, then hey, it's a civil suit. If that means me taking a stand, and then doubling back to get a civil suit, then that's what I'll do. I mean, this guy has made a decade upon decade of, harming people. And apparently it's been an open secret in the industry. People love to, go back to this Cat Williams interview at the top of the year and how he exposed all this stuff. Mm-hmm. Well, Star, you and I both know, you more than me, that there've been people way before Cat Williams talking about these type of things when it comes to this guy.
Orlando Brown, who's not crazy. I mean, he says things that make people say, huh, what nigga you doing too much? But he was talking about Diddy and other people, but you're right. Good. You're right.
Well, okay. So, and to that point, anybody who might have been a victim of his, if you're telling your story, Star, would you not sound a little crazy? I mean, if you're getting that type of stuff done to you or you're witnessing those type of things and you talk about it verbally, of course you're going to sound crazy or a little, you know, off your rocker. I mean, you're having things done to you that the average person couldn't imagine. Of course you're going to sound crazy, or bitter or jaded. And that's
if I can jump in.
Absolutely.
I think that Orlando Brown was drugged. He was a very intelligent young actor. You can't be, you know, deranged and crazy and read and memorize your lines and be on sitcoms. You know, you have to focus. You have to hit your marks. So there was a point in time when he was very lucid and of sound mind. And I truly think at one of those events or parties or somewhere down the line, somebody gave him some type of, you know, Mickey or roofie or something, and he didn't come back. That stuff affects everybody differently. Go ahead.
Absolutely. I'll finish up with these two points. Number one, there's been a lot of open chatter, you know, for years about secret rooms and Illuminati and all this type of stuff.
Yeah.
And people love to say, you know, it's just all BS and made up, whatever have you. But we're seeing in these lawsuits and in these interviews, there have been people for years saying about this very thing, secret rooms and sex parties and initiations. So it's not so crazy after all when people talk about these type of things.
Yeah.
The last thing I would say is Justin Bieber, because you asked about him on your banner.
Yeah.
Think about how big this kid's career was at one point. He's still big name.
He's still big now. Still big.
He's still big in name, yes. But I would argue his career musically is not as big as it once was.
Okay.
And I would ask you, why is that? Is it because he tried to walk away from those who put him in position and do his own thing, and, you know, somewhat got blackballed on a certain level to where all he has now is just his name and fame, but can't really do much after that outside of his name?
If I can respond, I'll give you the last word. But when you say big, you know, you reach a point when you, as an artist or a group, you plateau, and you have your supporters, you have those who may not ever purchase or listen to your music or even go to your concerts, and you have to accept that. But he has made his mark, and his catalog is phenomenal, to be clear.
Absolutely.
So he doesn't necessarily have to, you know, always put out a smash hit, as long as he is representing his generation and he connects to his core audience, he'll be fine. I just want to say that, but go ahead and finish up.
That's a great counterpoint. I think when I say big, I was alluding more so to making music, but I like what you're saying. But as far as musically, that's kind of what I was alluding to, is he may be done in terms of ever being that type of artist again, based on him kind of, you know, moonwalking away from the folks who helped him get to that level.
Okay. I thank you for the call.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. My topic this evening, guys: Diddy pimped Justin Bieber at parties, according to the FBI. I don't know if he had Justin Bieber doing any sex acts. That I don't know. But according to a few reports here, you know, my sources, Page 6, Daily Mail, The Mirror, he was very young and impressionable. And the drugs and the other things at these industry parties, you know, Diddy didn't use good judgment, if you ask me. He's demonic. He's demonic, and his ego got the best of him. When I say it's time for him to go down, not just him, but others around him. This is not from a place of hatred. I am the objective hater, but if you're new to the show, I've been in the industry for decades. Before I ever started doing radio in March of 2000, I spent a decade working at labels. My core audience knows this. Atlantic Records, Elektra, Asylum, Reprise. WEA, Warner Electra Atlantic. And there comes a point when you have to become more sensitive, if you will. You can't just be this party monster, all your life. Especially when someone professes to walk with God and you get what's called anointings, right? Anointings. So why are you still practicing demonic behavior? I forget who it was, but someone said, one of my callers, that he probably wants to get caught. I agree. Probably out of control. Allegedly still doing pink cocaine and ecstasy. Almost 60. That's goofy behavior. I just had to say that, all right? Jordan, thank you again for your donation. Phone lines are open, guys. Please hit the like and share this particular video. It's late night, but this is a topic we need to discuss, okay? And hi, Mary. Thank you for tapping in. Loud, I got your donation. Whoa, he says, regarding Kim Porter, that may have been pneumonia and AIDS complications. I don't know. Let me Google that just to be sure. Kim Porter pneumonia, right? She was 47 years of age when she died. Pneumonia. Very young. And again, if you're just now joining me, I'll be sure is, speaking as he always was. And yes, I'll be sure was not there for the son that he and Kim Porter had, but Diddy, ego-driven maniac, narcissist. I'm sure he put a wedge in between I'll be sure's biological son with Kim Porter. I just had to say that. Let me go to area code 917. Thank you for your patience. Do you want to chime in on the topic? Area code 917.
Hey, what's up, sir?
Hey, who's this?
Colleen, how you doing?
I'm great. Where do you want to start?
School teacher from the Bronx.
Okay.
And I'm a mandated reporter of child abuse. I believe that he actually did this to Justin Bieber, but I wanted to touch on the subject of J-Lo and Ben Affleck. If you follow the timeline, I teach U.S. history. I teach U.S. history and government, so timelines are everything.
Okay.
So according to you, so she was with Puffy first, then the shooting happened. Shine took the weight for all of it. I don't know if you've seen some of Shine's interviews lately, but they're pretty compelling.
I have.
So she gets with Ben Affleck. Apparently, Ben Affleck and J-Lo's mother have been friends all of this time because allegedly they're both degenerate gamblers. They're addicted to gambling, among other things.
Right.
So J-Lo, I'm not sure if you know this, but J-Lo and A-Rod have a house on Star Island.
Yes.
You know who else has a house on Star Island?
Many people. Tell me.
Diddy.
Of course. Yes. He's been riding around on the bicycle, Right. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Right. So my theory is, I think the feds might have approached Ben Affleck and tipped him off and said that they had tapes of her at Diddy's freak off, but they were probably recent tapes.
Yeah, I said that an hour ago, and we're talking HSI, Homeland Security Investigations, for those who don't know. Go ahead.
Yes. Yeah. So I think they were recent tapes. I don't think she ever stopped effing around with that guy. Also, the baby oil. Everybody's transfixed by the baby oil, 1,000 bottles of baby oil. Okay. My theory is that he used the baby oil on the floors in case his victims were trying to run out of his house. God. Like he would spray the baby oil to, so they would slip and fall and not be able to get their composure. Because he has too much money to use baby oil as a lubricant. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, coconut oil or something.
I got to jump in. I got to jump in. You were doing great. Now I'm not too sure. Baby oil on the floor to stop people from escaping.
I just can't see somebody with that much money using baby oil as a lubricant. What?
Okay.
That just sounds crazy. That sounds crazy.
That's a little crazy. But go ahead.
No, but that's basically my theory. Because Ben got out of there quick, fast, and in a hurry. He even didn't care about that $50 million mansion. So they obviously shared some compelling information with him for him to just walk away. And she just filed a divorce by herself, if I'm not mistaken. At least that's what I read. Like she filed her own papers. She didn't even hire an attorney.
Let me jump in. Ben Affleck, like myself, he's an alcoholic. He's an alcoholic, and I don't know if he has bouts of depression. I've never been depressed in my life, but there was I guess an unresolved relationship with he and J-Lo. They broke up in 2004. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? And okay, so they get back together, and yes, and I speculated that maybe she and Ben, they were approached because of the video footage. Now let's go back because Diddy and how long did Diddy and J-Lo date? Do you know? I can't Google right now. How long did they date?
I don't think it was very long. It was less than a year, if I'm not mistaken.
Can you Google?
I remember this.
Can you Google or look in the live chat?
Let me check it out. Let me check it out. Okay,
guys,
I'll check it out.
How long did Diddy and J-Lo date? Because you see, the only thing that broke them up was the shooting. So it's not like she had some high morals or some standards.
1999 to 2001, after meeting on the set of If You Have My Love, Jennifer Lopez and Sean Diddy Combs reportedly dated from 1999 to 2001.
Okay. Okay. So it wasn't a couple of weeks. It wasn't a couple of months. It was over 2 years.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Now, you tell us. I know this answer already. A woman doesn't stick around that long unless she either likes you or she's benefiting from something that you're doing. But at that time, she was popping, right? J-Lo was popping then.
Yeah, of course she was. And I think he bought most of her albums because that was trash.
Could be.
Her album was trash.
Come on.
Somebody said that wasn't baby oil in those bottles. Wake up. I mean, this is crazy. The whole story is crazy, but just like you've been hinted at it for quite some time, and I've known about it for quite some time as well. He's just a deviant, and now Raz B looks sane. Remember when Raz B came out in 2008?
Oh my goodness!
Talking about how,
Raz
now
B,
he looks sane.
Raz B from B2K. Go ahead.
Yeah, he came out and he was telling his story and. Yeah. What was his name? The guy that did Touch. What was the name of that song? Who was that guy? He was in B2K with Raz B.
Omarion?
And they all tried to say he was crazy.
Omarion,
and
Lil
it turns out
Fizz.
Maybe he's not. I'm sorry?
Omarion, Lil Fizz, and J Boog.
Marquise Houston. Yeah, all of them.
Marquise Houston.
Right. So, and now, as far as Orlando Brown is concerned, I think he's speaking in code. He's trying to avoid litigation perhaps, but now he should just stop speaking in code and talk out loud. He should just say what he has to say. And really, that's all I have to say. All of it is very disturbing and it's very sad. I know people think it's funny, like they're making jokes about Justin Bieber, but let's keep it a stack. If he was a child, and there's nothing funny about child rape. Nothing at all.
You're not hearing me making jokes about Justin Bieber. He was a minor.
No.
He was a minor.
Yeah, he was a minor.
Yeah.
And if this was happening to him, he was raped. And the same thing could be said about Mary J. Blige and Danny Boy. Yeah. She raped him.
Yeah.
And flying him out is sex trafficking. People need to study the law and know what's going on. So I hope they all go down, quite frankly. And it's sad that an entire generation of people grew up thinking that these individuals are someone to aspire to be. So that's all I have to say tonight.
Thank you for your call.
Thank you very much.
Bye now.
Okay. Bye.
Troll babies. Was J-Lo smoking crack rock and getting double penetrated while Diddy was sitting there jerking his joystick? That was his thing, watching his woman, get sexually, penetrated. Look in the live chat. Did she have on a strap on? Was she plowing a male escort? What was she doing for 2 years? Was she getting teabagged on film? This nigga's a deviant, did he? He has threatened people behind the scenes. Never threatened me, but I mean, he threatened other people, and I was privy to all this when I worked at Hot 97. He did Wendy Williams dirty. Hi, Maritza. Okay, that's Maritza. My well, I'm not going to say I know her. Maritza from back in the days. She says, Star, how do you know all of the members' names of B2K? Well, I interviewed them, and I took a young woman who was of age to Madison Square Garden to see B2K live. Oh, my God. I forget the girl's name. She was very pretty, very nice. She was half Chinese and half black, and she was in the B2K. And, Omarion, Raz-B, J-Boog, and Lopez. Concert was lit. What can I say? Chef, I got your donation. Are you on the line, sir? Hold on a second. 347. Chef, thank you for your patience and your donation. Where do you want to start, sir? Late night, Chef.
What's good, man? How you doing? Long time. I haven't heard you spoke in the show, man. Good to hear from you, Star.
Yes, sir. Where do you want to start? Where do you start?
All right. So I got a theory. If you want to go down this rabbit hole real quick.
Go ahead.
Pause.
Go ahead.
All right. So it's more of a geopolitics thing. I just think that they're doing some conversion right now.
Okay. Basically,
what they're doing is they're going to shift the focus of hip hop. I guarantee you, mark my words, in the next 5 years, we're going to go back to pop music being the number one genre in music. They're going to be building that, and hip hop's going to die and become underground again. Give it 7 years. Hip hop's going to actually revert back to what it used to be based on this, because this is like they killing the gods. You know what I mean? So when I say who's the day is, I'm going to always bring this back to geopolitics. The Mossad has infiltrated every part of entertainment culture. And it was cool when black people were selling bullshit to black people. And it was cool when we was talking about ignorant shit and all that.
Can I ask you to watch the language, sir, as you do this deep dive?
I got you.
Please,
I got you.
Go ahead.
So all of that's cool until we didn't support what's going over there in Israel. Right. That's what's happening right now. It's like, we the controllers of culture, pop culture. You got, and they're consolidating everything. The Israel, whoever influence the ADL has, and they have a lot of influence in entertainment. They have a lot of influence in Congress. They consolidating. Ain't like in Congress, they got all these congressmen that they support, congresswomen, they got them out of there.
Okay. So I have to jump in, so I gave you enough time to lay out your theory. Now, whether I think you're as high as giraffe pussy or not, I let you spit it out. You've been on hold. You sent in a donation. Okay. Can we bring it back to Justin Bieber? Because you're doing a whole lot of we, us, them. I don't know you, and I do not subscribe to tribalism, so I'm not part of the we you're talking about. But let's bring it back to Justin Bieber, pimped out by Diddy.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that happened. He's an asset. Basically, his job was to put all of those people in those situations. He's just a deviant, so it's just easier. It's easy to put a deviant in that position. He's not going to be the only deviant that's going to be exposed. Harvey Weinstein, deviant. Cosby, to a degree, clearly deviant. They're going to give these deviants because that's part of the contract. See, that's the part that they sign in blood.
Okay,
that's not written.
Okay,
but it's there.
Okay.
That's all it was. So, he was useful as much as he was useful.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
All of these.
He had his run, He had his run.
Yeah.
His run.
And there'll be another one. There'll be another one.
It's never going to stop. There'll be another one.
Yeah, it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop.
The fall of Diddy ain't going to stop nothing. I appreciate your call, sir, and your donation. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Okay, I let the man speak. The fall of Diddy ain't going to stop nothing. There will be a new demon. There will be new parents who willingly give their young to the demon to benefit. It's a demon. I'm saying it. It's time to go down. Time to go down. So some of you, I don't want to see a black man get done dirty. You have not read the complaint. Those of you who say that, I don't mind you saying it, but you have not read the complaint. Hey, Stacy Glore, I got your donation. Stacy says no Diddy behavior at www.stacyglore.com. Apply now. Absolutely. Hold on a second. Let's get you back on that screen there, Stacy Galore. I had you on there for a while, Stacy. Did you see it? Let me promote Skylar Saunders as well. Why do I laugh when I say this name? Are you guys up to speed with Jaguar Wright? Oh my God. There's some truth to what she's saying. I'm not going to try to discredit her. But it's there's a lot going on there. Let me look in the live chat. Jaguar Wright, anything I should know about? I think Jaguar was one of the people who I heard saying that Beyonce is a switch hitter. Notorious Fig says Epstein list. Ooh. Okay, and what? Diddy's alive. Epstein is out of here. Shouldn't you be a little bit more concerned about what's going to come out with the Diddy situation? And now that I think about it, did the feds test those bottles of baby oil? Maybe they weren't baby oil. Maybe they're the goddamn horse tranquilizers. Hold on a second. What is that horse tranquilizer that they use? Oh my God. I'm forgetting which one it is. Is it HSB? Well, I know it's ketamine. But they used to call it something different back in the 90s when people were at those different clubs. Drug name, the horse tranquilizer. Hold on a second. Here you go. I'll have to come back to it. That might be what's in the bottles, T, I got your donation. Thank you for your support. T says, we all notice Star chuckle when niggas like Irv Gotti, Fat Joe, Dame Dash, Curtis Blow, Kevin Lyles, and Diddy catch cases or suffer from health issues. Now, Irv Gotti's my nigga. Irv had a mild stroke, but the rest of these niggas, man, okay. Yes, I chuckle. T, thank you for your donation. T, can you tell me what's going on with Fat Joe's legs? Or was that just some type of weird video? That nigga, something's with the knock knees. He's going to need a stroller soon or some type of goddamn cane. Jermaine, I got your donation. Did you ever see the video where Justin Bieber was caught topping off. Oh, okay, I don't know if that's true enough, but thank you. D. Wade, me and my body, we love putting on clothes. It's not something I play around with. It's my lifestyle. So I don't just wear clothes. I put that shit on. D. Wade, the basketball player? I'm confused. Let me go to area code. Where is the young lady? She was on hold for a while. Is that you, dear? 707 late night? Talking about Justin Bieber, Diddy. 707. Are you there? Good evening.
Yes.
Hey.
Is this me?
Hey.
Oh my God.
Hey.
Okay.
How are you? How are you?
There you are. I'm good. I'm old. I'm 63.
Okay.
And white and frizzy.
Seasoned.
And I've lived
seasoned coochie.
all this bullshit.
Seasoned
and
coochie.
I'm going to tell you right now that this did not come with Diddy and all these people. We are talking right now about even before Clive Davis.
Of course.
So Clive Davis. Let's talk about this old man. That old fucking white bitch is...
you got to watch the language. You have to watch the language.
I'm sorry.
Slow down.
So
Go ahead.
But I'm telling you, we have to go back to that because it's really sad. And I did live through a lot of this. And I'm telling you right now, it doesn't come through what we're talking about right now. Yeah, it's a whole new group of people, but it's continuing. It's going to continue to keep on and keep on and keep on unless we put a stop to this. Yeah, I guess hopefully the stop is with Diddy, but did it stop with Jeffrey Epstein? No. Whatever happened to those tapes? Like what's happening right now? What are we going to come down to? You know, I mean, I'm super concerned that it's going to keep happening to this younger group of people.
Let me interject and let's bring it to Justin Bieber for a second because that is my focus this evening. There's video footage.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes,
of young Justin Bieber with Diddy. It's very cringeworthy where he's talking about for the next 48 hours we're going to hang out. What do you want to do? And Justin says, let's get some girls. Do you think that Justin was any type of victim? Now, earlier, in case you didn't catch the show, I spoke about the fact that Justin Bieber is not a U.S. citizen. He's got a O-1 visa. He's a Canadian citizen. So he's going to have to cooperate. If he does not, then the Homeland Security and the feds, they can take that visa away from him. Can you speak to that?
Yeah, that little boy. Oh, good Lord. So, yes, I actually do hope that and I'm hoping he's waiting in the wings, I'm waiting to hear from him too, because that is a whole tragic situation. But by the same token, he's not the only one. I think you're right because it's Canadian and it's a little bit different. But he's not the only one, honey. We have 100 million people here in the United States that have gone through this before little Justin Bieber, but we're seeing it now. And
well, let me jump in here. I mean, yes, they're not the only ones, but that is not my focus. Oh, this has been going on for decades. We have hang on. You spoke. Let me speak. You spoke. Let me speak.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
We have what we have now, a full-on investigation, Homeland Security. I am not going to sit here and act like, Diddy shouldn't be charged. No, he should be charged. There's a lot of things in the complaint. If you have not read it, read it. What has been going on for decades, centuries, if you will, in the music industry. Yes, we know this already. And he won't be the last one, but let's not excuse the behavior. You have the floor.
Exactly. 100%.
Yeah.
No, and I agree with you. I think I missed the beginning of your show because I didn't realize that we were talking specifically about Justin. But that is. Oh my God. I can't even with that one because I have seen the cringy video footage that's coming out, and I only hope that that he is waiting in the wings, and that young man, well, he's a man now.
Man.
I hope that
he's a father as well. He's a father.
He is a father, a brand new father. I hope he.
Are you a mother?
Waiting in the wings.
Are you a mother?
And is ready to. I am. Okay. I am. Yes.
Okay. Can I ask you? Yeah. Bring it down a few notches, respectfully. You're a mother.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. You're a mother. You're a mother. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, a lot of these people were adults engaging in a certain type of sexual demonic behavior. We know this already. But we're talking about a fuck nut. A fuck nut recording people. Yep. I don't know where you stand with all of that. You're 63, you said, okay? That's fuck nut behavior. Filming people who have not given you the right to film them, okay? So let's stop with the whole Hugh Hefner did it. If he was filming people, it wasn't some common knowledge that there's film and tape. Finish up, please. And let's end on a serious note here, please.
No, I agree with you. I 100% agree with you. And I probably filmed myself. So I feel a little bit of that whole thing. And I really think, I really hope that something comes of all this. I'm a little concerned that it won't, though. I mean, because
baby, I appreciate you.
Left under the rug, right?
Hey. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Okay. You go do what you got to do, whether it's a sip of wine, take a bump, put that dildo in your ass.
Okay, darling. Thank you.
And you call back another time. Thank you, baby.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. She's on one, and that's fine. She's on one, Hey, Stacy, got your donation. Stacy says Justin Bieber's relationships with his parents, mom, Patty, and dad, has shifted over the years. Yeah, Stacy, to my knowledge, Justin Bieber's father was not there for him in the younger days. His younger days, pardon me. According to my research, he has become part of Justin's entourage after the success. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. He wasn't there doing the building blocks. He was not. Area code 347.
Hey, what's going on?
Yes, sir. How are you? Late
night?
Yes,
sir.
Late night.
Yes, sir. Salute, Star. You're a real one. Appreciate you bringing me on, brother.
Yes, sir. Would you? Yeah. Sir, please don't call me a brother. That offends me. You know that. Please.
Okay, my apologies.
Where do you want to start?
Well, shoot, I think we should start where the story starts with Sean Combs, right?
Yeah.
Like a lot of people don't know the homework on him. Like, so Sean Combs, his pops, Melvin Combs, was a straight up like gangster. Like, he was like homeboys with Frank Lucas and Nicky Barnes and all that back in the day. He got killed when he was like 33 because it was like a drug deal that went wrong. But yeah, like Sean, that's where he comes from, is like real gangsters. And then, but he's like a plant because he even, so he come from like the whole Nicky Barnes, Frank Lucas bloodline. Then he goes and plays Nicky Barnes in Carlito's Way. So he was already just in bed and selected like a plant. His mom, the information about his mom's is out there about her, being an escort and a pimp, and doing her operations and stuff like that. But he really got put on when he moved to Mount Vernon and he was living across the street.
Is that true, sir? Or are you speculating his mom being an escort?
No, everything I'm saying you could Google.
Okay.
Anything I'm saying right now, you can Google.
Well, sir, I'm not going to Google whilst you're talking. I'll, for right now, just say alleged escort. I'm not trying to slander his mom unless you have proof. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, yeah, the information is out there, but yeah, he got put on by Heavy D because he was living across the street from Heavy D. He was when he was a teenager, in his teen years, he was in Mount Vernon. And do you know at the time Heavy D was with Uptown Records,
And then that's when Heavy D introduced him to Harrell.
So I hate to jump in, but we know all of this. Where are we going? My focus is Justin Bieber, sir. You know, I know, I know Diddy. I know about Mount Vernon. I know his father. Let's update it, please. Justin Bieber.
Yeah, I will. So that's the point I was making. That the thing that he's doing with Justin Bieber is just the same thing that Andre Harrell did with him.
Okay.
So it's all the same thing.
Is that you, Mr. Master Mistake Maker 470?
Hey, what's up, Star?
Yes, sir.
I hit that was me, Alvin. Hit the Cash App and also hit you.
Thank you,
way.
man.
But
yes, sir. Where do you want to start?
Yeah, appreciate your show. I'll get to Justin Bieber, but I wanted to say something. Back in 2005, I caught a Fed charge, and I had I was in a similar situation, but I had a fraud. I was in fraud and conspiracy. So before I could even think about kicking somebody back in, they didn't need me because they had everybody telling on me.
Right.
So I'm saying that there may be a possibility that they may not need to offer him a cooperation agreement because so many people may come to the table to kick his back in. Mm-hmm. So he may not even get a chance to try to cut a deal. They may not even offer him one like they didn't offer Kelly one.
Good point. Good point.
So that's all I really had to say, because I got arrested in September of 2005, mm-hmm. and they hit me with conspiracy and wire fraud. And I'm like, you got me with a conspiracy, but you don't got nobody else arrested with me. They didn't arrest nobody else until like about 6 months later, because they was gathering up another evidence. And like I said, before I could even consider if I wanted to kick somebody back in, they didn't need me. They never called upon me. They just said, we got the case.
Yeah.
We got you.
If I can jump in.
So he may not even get it.
If I can jump in.
Yeah, he may not even get an opportunity to try to save himself, because they may just want him.
With regards to the wire fraud, was that for sending and or receiving currency?
Oh yeah, 100%. Back in 2005.
Right. Hang on a second. Stay with me. Stay with me.
Yeah,
stay with me. Okay, so whoever you sent and or received currency from, that person agreed to testify. So yeah, they didn't need you or they didn't need to offer you anything. They got you.
That's correct.
And as you know, when the Fed step in, they already have the indictment and other things. That's why they have such a high percentage of conviction. It's not like the local police or the state that's trying to build the case. They've got you. So with regards to Diddy, there's other things that people are not understanding about the indictment and what the feds and Homeland Security already have. Just because it's not out there on YouTube, people say, yo, I gotta see this, I gotta see that, doesn't mean it's not there. It's there. Go ahead.
Yeah, 100%. In my case, when they put the what's called your motion of discovery, when they put that in front of me, I was like, damn, they got me. Yeah. There was no fight, and I was like, no, they got me 100%. And like you just mentioned, they're gonna do their due diligence before they pull you in. They don't do it the other way around. They get all their ducks in a row. Right. So he may not even have an opportunity to try to even save himself, because they may just want him, the big fish.
Yeah.
But thank you. I appreciate you.
Stay with me. Can you speak to the audience about your situation? I'm not trying to clown you. I'm not trying to troll you. But with regards to that wire fraud, that is such a serious charge. And again, you probably just, sent money to someone or received some money, and that's how they catch you. And it's called wire fraud. Can you speak to that with regards to people who may not have an understanding of that a little bit more?
Sure. Well, my case is real simple, and I probably was going to hit you behind the scenes because I was thinking about doing a manuscript about it, because I ended up getting 120 months. But I robbed Western Union. Okay. I took $1.5 million from Western Union in a phone scam that I created. Okay. So when they caught up to me, anybody that was picking up money from me or in cahoots with me, once they arrested me, I'm thinking like, okay, I'm doing this by myself, but they had already went to everybody else and interviewed them and had their whole case set. So you don't want a conspiracy. And I was in it. A conspiracy is you agreeing with someone to do something. If you don't want to go to jail, don't agree with nobody to do nothing. Right. Period. Because once you agree and make an agreement that, hey, we're going to do this together, hey, we're going to do that together, that's a conspiracy. Mm-hmm. Now, when you get with wire fraud, meaning over state lines and using the telephones and interstate transmission and all that that crazy stuff, that's where they get you. And they got so many phone records now that you can't even. They had every last phone call I had ever made during the scam.
Yeah.
There was no way to get out of it. So when you thinking, oh, they don't got nothing on me. Oh, yes, they do.
Oh, yes, they do.
I had burner phones thrown in the James River Bridge because I caught the case in Virginia. Right. I was throwing burner phones in the James River Bridge. All they have to do is have the phone number, and they can trace all the records.
Right. Yeah.
They don't even need the phone. So I thank God that I was able to turn my life around.
Hang on a second, and I'm glad you're acknowledging your fault, because I heard you say you robbed Western Union. So salute to you for reaching that point where you can be honest about this.
For sure.
And a lot of times, for those who don't know, a conspiracy, you can get caught up in a conspiracy just based upon the intent to do a crime, right? The intent.
Yeah, you don't have to complete it.
Right.
You can conspire together and it can fail.
Right.
It can fail. But y'all put the plan together.
Right.
Y'all put the plan together.
If you're receiving or giving text messages and you're discussing a kidnapping, a robbery, any type of holding someone against their will, it's deep. So yeah, the intent sometimes with those RICO charges are crazy. But I thank you for your patience, man. Anything else you want to say?
Yeah, appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. And you hate, bro. Don't say that.
Yeah.
He hates, bro. Don't say that.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Okay. Someone sent it a donation. Biz Q, I got your donation. Thank you, darling. She says some of these victims went on to victimize others. They all need to be held accountable by the feds as well. I agree. Yeah, I mean, you can't just use that as an excuse. Well, it was done to me, and that's why I do it to others. No, it has to stop somewhere, and that's why when I started out the show here this evening, I said, I want to see Diddy go down. The cycle of insanity needs to stop. I'm saying that from someone who has been an insider for years, decades, if you will. I'm so tired of seeing people that have come into the game so bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, willing to do this, willing to do that, literally sacrifice their morals, ethics, and their values, and then they turn around in a decade or more, and then they want to, get it off their conscience. And more than likely, somewhere in the thick of things, they have tried to do it to others. Something else that I find to be crazy, oh my goodness, in the quote-unquote music industry, some of these guys who have had great positions at record labels, right? They didn't save their money. They didn't pool their resources. They didn't do anything outside of just being in the industry, right? They lose their job at some point, and then they want to become managers. They want to, they want to rob other people the way they got robbed. Oh my God. Those are the people I avoid. I really don't talk to a lot of people from back in the days, record company people. I don't. There's not a lot to talk about. If you didn't take some of your money and do something, not saying I'm the sharpest knife in the drawer, but if you didn't do something, I don't want to catch up with you. I don't want to break bread with you. I don't want to hear about a bunch of old stragglers and hanger-ons. Fuck out of here. M. Clark got your donation. Star, what are the chances Diddy has to get bail on appeal? If a girl flies me out, pays my food and parking, did she traffic me? Well, sir, the magistrate judge thus far has denied Diddy of bail twice, not the district judge, the magistrate. So the magistrate recommends to the district judge whether he and or she feels something should be done, right? So what you're saying, sir, on a basic level, if I fly somebody, that sounds hot, sir. But again, if you have read the complaint, you would see that it's deeper than just that. Filming people against their will, getting them on drugs, extorting people, if you will, sending people pictures of them being in a compromised position. You don't think Diddy was doing that type of dumb shit? There's all sorts of different laws in different states with regards to harassment by way of electronic devices, receiving, sending pornography. This is a RICO case. It's not that simple as, I flew a bitch out. How is that a charge? It's a charge on a lot of different levels. I just had to say that. I think this is Sunday. Hey, Sunday, thank you for your support. It's late night. Where do you want to start? Sunday.
Hey, Star.
Hey. Hey.
I wanted to just add in whatever little bit I've learned from the other platforms like yours covering this topic.
Okay.
One name that I haven't heard mentioned at all is Lauraianne Gibson.
Okay. Well, we mentioned her the other day, but mention her in what way are you saying here?
Well, a lot of the time, Diddy has used the same people year after year to develop his artists, and they've seen it all. They've seen everything, and I haven't seen anybody say, let's, see what she's seen and what can she corroborate, because a lot of them she's not a big star. She's a developer, she's a dancer, she's a choreographer, but a lot of people are focusing on Justin Bieber, rightfully so, the victims, right? But I feel like those people that he's kept for decades are the ones who have seen these young talents be abused. And she's really quiet right now. She hasn't said anything publicly whatsoever. Neither has J-Lo, neither has a lot of these people. And I really would love to hear what she has to say. I say that because when I was working with Ankara, who was the vocal coach on Making the Band, he said something to me that was kind of weird. But
hang on a second, Sunday. I need you to think before you speak, because you and I had a conversation behind the scenes one time, right? Think before you speak, because I am not editing out shit of this broadcast. Hang on. Now, with regards to Lauraianne Gibson, I've met her twice. She's very credible. She's great at what she has done. She doesn't have to be a big star. She is a star maker. That's a fact. Now, whether she speaks or not, I don't think at this point anybody should say anything until the feds, come knocking on their door. Do you have a personal gripe or issue with her?
No, I read her book. She wrote a book, and I've seen her on every season of Making a Band. And then in her book, she talks about how she's worked with dozens, hundreds of artists.
Yes.
Since the 90s up till now.
Yeah.
And all I was saying was, I don't have no issue with her. I was just saying, I think she has all the skeletons. She knows all of these things.
That's your assumption. It's your assumption.
Well, I think she knows exactly who Diddy is. And I'm not saying that she enabled him or participated. I just think she's aware of who he is.
Okay.
And can I tell you why I say that?
Yeah, but if you have a theory that has some type of,
it has nothing to do with my theory. Has nothing to do with her. It's about someone directly that I met that was on the season of Making a Band. He said something to me that was very odd. At the time, I was too young and dumb to even know what the heck he was talking about.
Okay.
He said to me he had a studio. So I'm talking about Ankara. He passed away last year.
Okay.
He was on Making a Band, working with all the singers, right? Day 26 and Danny Kane. A lot of people don't know who he is, but he's the guy who was bald with the big ears.
Okay.
And so, wonderful man. I came to him, just a hot mess, crying about some personal issue that I had, and he would do my vocal sessions or whatever. He offered therapy. The girls would be crying on the show. He offered therapy, and he had said something to me. He said, I've never been involved in that sexual stuff, that stuff where that funny business. He said that funny business where people are, coming on to each other. And right. I didn't understand what he's talking about because I was thinking to myself, what? Because I guess because I was young and he was an older man and I was alone in his quarters, he just felt the need to say that. And I thought that was weird. But that made me think about Lauraianne because they worked together as a team. They were literally on every episode together, the vocal coach and then the dancer, the choreographer.
I have to jump in Sunday, and I hear you, but he's dead, and just because he said something. Hang on. I let you speak. Just because he said something that you found to be odd doesn't mean that he himself wasn't a piece of shit. Let's be clear, okay? So let's bring it back to Justin Bieber. Your thoughts with regards to Diddy pimping him out. That is my focus tonight.
I think Justin Bieber is a victim. I think he's embarrassed because if people, the unfortunate thing about homosexuality is that you could be 100% straight, but if you've participated or if you were forced to do something, they'll label you as that forever. You can never really get that off of your image. And I don't think he wants to be affiliated with those sort of acts. I think he's a victim. I think he was absolutely violated. There's so much footage coming out everywhere since he was a young child getting onto the scene where people have put him in adult situations that he shouldn't have been in. Same thing with Usher. I definitely think that he's probably going to try and go for some sort of confidentiality agreement, like immunity, confidentiality, just to kind of lessen the amount of information that comes out. Because this could be wrong, but I did hear that this trial would not be televised. That they would not be putting cameras in the courtroom.
I hope it is.
You can really,
I hope.
I was told that it's not going to be.
Right. Can you give us the source? Can you give us the source?
Keisha Tells says it won't be televised.
Keisha Tells goes hard in the paint. She's on YouTube. Check her out. Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, they said there won't be any cameras in the courtroom. And she also said that it will take greater than a year for it to even begin as far as the trial is concerned.
Well, I hope,
from my understanding,
if I can jump in, I hope it is televised because, the cycle has to stop. As I said, when I first started, speaking about the arrest, there's an atmosphere of acceptance. And the dominant genre right now of rap music and, R&B, it just happens to be the dominant genre right now. So this is why you have people who are of color getting exposed. But this has been going on for centuries. My showrunner,
I agree.
My showrunner question, in case you didn't catch it, would you tell on Diddy? It's my showrunner question. Sunday.
Absolutely.
Really?
Diddy's a scumbag. I've never liked Diddy since I was a child. Now, granted, I've never met him or worked with him, but after Tupac died, I just immediately assumed that he was responsible, and I want to see him go down for that. Yes, all this pimping out and all that stuff is bad and blah, 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 but, I mean, honestly, I'm going to keep it a beat. I don't care. I really don't. I don't care about Justin Bieber. I don't care about any of those people. I care about Tupac. I know that sounds ignorant, but I'm just keeping it real. So I want to see justice for Tupac.
Sunday, you're still in the industry, yes?
No, I'm not. I'm a person that dabbles, but I'm not. I work in healthcare. I dabble. So, you know, I'm one of those people that want to have control over what I put out and what I don't put out. It's not my bread and butter.
Okay.
I dabble. Yeah.
So your singing days are behind you. No more music.
No, I'm coming out with music. No, I was singing in New York.
Okay. So you're still in the industry. So the reason why I asked you that is because if somebody along the lines of a Diddy, says, hey, Sunday we want to put out your music, want you to come to the party, meet some people. You go to the party, people are doing blow, people are buffing trannies, would you say, hey, I'm out of here? Or would you say, hey, I didn't see anything? How do we do business?
I'm not about that life. Star, listen, I've been seeing that stuff since I was a teenager. I'm not about that life.
Gotcha.
I've been seeing, when I was in high school, I used to see those white kids do lines of heroin. I've seen drugs. I've never done them. I'm not about that life. And I don't, the thing is with me is I'm way too old to go the conventional route. I'm 35. So if I come out with anything, it's going to be independent, which means I self-fund. Gotcha. I'm not going to no parties in the first place. I'm not a young person looking for a come up. That's not my MO. But like I said, as far as Justin Bieber is concerned, I really think that he has something on everybody who has something on him. Okay. And I think that was by design. I think that whatever happened to Justin,
they're in the live chat asking, can you sing something? I'm just, repeating what they're saying.
Absolutely. They can check out, I sang on Kendra G's show, a cappella. Okay. I sang a cappella on Kendra G's show. They can look at the clip.
Do you want to sing now?
On her.
Do you want to sing here now?
Hell no, I'm not singing right now.
Why not?
First of all, no, because I got songs already online. They can check out my link tree on my IG. And
wait. You just said you sang a cappella on Kendra G's show. When I say a cappella here, they're asking.
For what? And what is that going to do for me? Nothing. They're still going to be calling me a hoe next week. So absolutely not. They can kiss my ass.
Did Kendra G pay you? Why'd you sing live over there?
No, she asked me to, because when people mention stuff, she says, give me 20 seconds. So I sang a Beyonce song on her show. But they're
asking. I'm not asking. They're asking, just like Kendra G asked. They're asking in the live chat.
I appreciate that. I'm not singing nothing right now because that's not the topic of your show.
Gotcha.
She has this thing where she makes people, if you say you're a rapper or a singer, she'll have you do 20 seconds. Okay. I have music online that they can listen to, and I'm going to use your promotional services to drop my singles. Right. So they'll hear my music eventually. Right. But just anyway, to conclude, to wrap up my call, I was just saying, I do think that Justin was victimized. I just honestly think that maybe he can't remember some of it because of the drugs and alcohol. Because that's the thing. He kept them real high and drunk all the time, partially to, kind of make it blurry, I think.
All right. I got to take other calls, Sunday. Thank you so much for tapping in. Thank you.
Always. All right. Bye.
I know. Okay. Why wouldn't Sunday sing for us? That was weird. 8:05. Good morning. It's Monday morning.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi, can you hear me?
Hey, baby. What's cracking?
Hi, Star.
What's shaking? Hey.
So I was reading Vibe.com. I don't know if y'all still read Vibe.com, but they have been watching Diddy since 2008.
Right.
And so Bieber came out around that time frame. So they've been watching this dude for a long time, you guys. Mm-hmm. This ain't just something that just started happening because of Cassie or whoever before that. It's been going on for a while. And so I was watching the YouTube channel Make It Make Sense.
Okay.
And he had the documents pulled up for us to read. And it said,
I have the documents too. I just didn't feel like posting it because, sadly niggas don't like to read. I'm sorry. They just don't like to read.
Yeah, that's true. I'm an author, by the way. So
okay.
Shout out to the writers out there.
We don't do shout outs, but go ahead. Slow that down.
Yeah.
Slow that down. We're doing no shout outs up here. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
But yes, there's been a lot of people that was in the documents and stuff like that. I don't know if anybody knows about, you know, any of this stuff that's been going on behind closed doors, because a lot of us are not at these parties and things of that nature. But we've been hearing about this stuff for years. And Diddy reminds me of the devil in the tarot card deck, like literally.
Yeah.
He is. He's the devil in the tarot.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. That's all I had. I don't really have.
Stay with me. Stay with me. I want to see the nigga go down. I said that. I'm saying
I want it to burn. I want it to burn down.
Enough is enough.
It is.
Enough.
I have 3 sons that I'm raising. You know?
And you know what's sad? Let me say this. You know, a lot of folks only want to say enough is enough when it hits home. When it becomes your baby. This has got to stop. This is crazy. He's had a hell of a run. Demonic.
Absolutely.
Demonic. Go ahead.
What do you think about his sons being by his side during this whole process? And I know people probably in the comments like, well, that's his father. That's, you know, I mean, what would you do to that if that was your dad? Like, what would you do?
I can't
be there?
I can't even put myself in that position, but I think that what's the one's name? King Combs. I think he's been humbled, right? Because a month or so ago, he was putting out some track talking crazy, right?
Right. About the whole No Diddy song by Gucci Mane.
Something.
Not everyone is saying No Diddy.
I don't know, but you know, it's a reality check for everybody. I wish nothing bad upon his kids and the 2 girls, the twins. Those are Kim Porter's babies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Come on.
And Kamora, she tagged her ex, Russell, and I wonder what she's talking about with that. Very cryptic, very coded.
Well, what was that last year when?
And what was it? Her mansion got burned a little bit too.
I was just about to say.
She spoke out.
Hang on. I was just about to say. Was it a year ago when Kamora they were upstairs and came downstairs and the house is on fire?
Yeah, this was like not even a year ago. This was like a couple months ago. Mm-hmm. Right after Cassie's loss.
Speculate.
Yeah, speculation. You know, we putting 2 and 2 together.
No. When I say speculate, I'm saying, do you think Diddy was behind the fire in Kamora's house?
I think Diddy is a witch. Like a male witch. Blood sacrifices, all that. And I also think he's like the Tyler Perry of all the stuff that's like the arranger, the director, the writer behind all these prostitution claims that are alleged that's been going on. Flying out trans men internationally, going to the island for like, a week? Ain't that much sex in the world, man. But
hang on a second, baby. Hang on a second. Kamora Lee Simmons' house caught on fire December 2023. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Cassie.
Mm-hmm. And Cassie's claim came out around that time.
Hold on. Cassie Ventura.
Warlock.
It's okay. I'm trying to Google the when did the Cassie lawsuit come out? November 2023.
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking you. I don't know. I forget.
Y'all drop it in the comments.
No, baby. I'm asking you. Never mind the comments. I'm asking you. You. I said speculate. Now you're.
No, because this is Cassie. She was the one that activated all this. No one was saying anything before none of this. Everybody was just, talking.
This we know, baby. But I was asking about Kamora. Never mind. Go ahead. You saying go ahead.
And then Kamora said something. I don't know, something cryptic, something coded, and then her house get caught on fire in December. This was all in the same timeline.
Okay. Did he send the goons to set the house on fire? That's my question to you.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Straight up.
Okay.
I don't like Diddy. Never did.
Final question, baby. Would you tell on Diddy if you were, caught up in the bullshit? Would you tell?
Yep, sure would.
Okay. I thank you for tapping in. Have a great night.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, I was letting her speak. Did he? I mean, I have no proof, but it makes sense, right? Any truth to Kim Porter sending a manuscript to Kamora Lee via email? Or is that cap? Oh my goodness. Hey, Patrice, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. No, Patrice, I do not believe in banning pornography. I know Candace Owens, that's her new thing right now. I don't subscribe to that. I think she's looking for something to latch on to pull away from, taking shots at Jews in Israel. Pornography is your individual right. What you do in your home, if you want to stream pornography. I'm not even a porn like that. I don't have a porn collection, but let me ban pornography. Get the fuck out of here. This is like the second time with her trying to, expose, if you will, or shut down people's rights. At first, it was the whole doxing thing. Remember, she had some website. I forget the name of that thing with, and then Blair White gave her that smoke years ago. I won't talk about that. But no, I don't believe in banning pornography. Do what you want to do. Shoot some skag between your toes. Pop a perky. Do some Molly. Watch porn and do what you got to do. This is America. Area code 936. Good evening. It's Monday morning. Are you there?
Hey, Star.
Hey.
Hey, I am so glad that you're talking about, directly about Justin Bieber.
Let's go.
Because of course, I've been keeping up with all this stuff, right? Yeah. And so, like on TikTok, I saw a video earlier where they referenced this song Lonely. Mm-hmm. And, the writing's been on the wall for a long time, right? Even with his song Yummy, like how he was trying to sit up there and say about like all these older people like touching on him and, basically like grooming him and groping him whenever he was young. Right. And then to just go back and like watch those videos from like Pink and all those people at the award show, like grown women, like sitting up there, like basically fondling this boy and everybody else was laughing. And, he was dealing with.
Well, hang on a second. Pink allegedly. Well, I missed that part. What'd you say?
No, like on the MTV, like music videos and stuff. Like if you go back and go look,
right. Justin was on stage and he said, "I think I think I was violated."
Yeah, that one right there. You so right. Whenever he said, I think I was violated. But, trying to play it off, and the rest of the world was just sitting up there laughing like, well, nothing wrong with this. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And, like, this boy was young as I don't know what. And this is what they were doing in our face. So, to, like, go behind doors. And if Diddy go down, this is what I really want to say. If Diddy go down, the Kardashians need to go down right along with him. Because I'm going to go ahead and say allegedly, but what's that girl name? Kim's sister, the dark hair one?
Courtney or Chloe?
Not Kendall.
Chloe, Courtney.
Courtney, her. Her little boy looks just like Justin. Ooh. Identical.
Oh.
Identical.
Okay.
Identical. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, come on now. Like, why did he not look like the rest of the kids, but he looked just like Justin? And you go back, they were all messing with him.
O.J. Simpson is Chloe's alleged father, right?
Exactly. Because her little girl, she came out too black. Her little baby, the little tall baby, the little girl she looks black. She don't even look mixed. Exactly.
O.J. Simpson smashed Chris, allegedly.
Exactly. They've been doing all this nasty, the demonic, deceitful stuff.
Right.
They've been doing this. And I'm just so glad that, we're in this time right now. Well, I'm glad that I'm able to see it because, like all the rest of the callers been saying, I never liked Diddy from a kid. Whenever I knew, let me go ahead and say it allegedly, that he killed Tupac and Biggie. Like, we know he had something to do with that. I remember being like 9 years old, crying out on the floor, and I didn't even know these people. But it's just a simple fact, like that's how big these deaths were to our community. And, for this demon to be behind it and, to finally get exposed, like, it's just, thank you, Lord. Like, because he should have been and got exposed. He been doing this stuff for like years. And I'm just so ready for his homeboy to go down too, Jay-Z, because you and your wife was at these parties.
Wait a minute.
Huh?
Wait a minute.
Go ahead.
Nicki Minaj, correct me if I'm wrong. She's been going ape shit.
She's been letting it loose.
Hang on. She's been going ape shit up on X, and every city that she's in, she says Gag City and then the name of the city. But she came at Jay-Z about being with Foxy Brown when she was allegedly underage. Did you catch that one?
Yeah. Just like Aaliyah, just like R. Kelly, like they all.
Hang on, baby. Hang on. You're going too fast. Let's focus on what Nikki said about Jay-Z. So earlier, I asked, I have no knowledge. Do you think Foxy Brown will at some point come out and speak to? Did Jay-Z, touch her when she was a minor?
That's what she was telling the other day. Whenever she made that tweet and said, that.
No, baby. No. Foxy Brown, not Nikki. Will Foxy come out at some point? That's the question.
Yes, but you missed what I was saying. She tweeted the other day and said that it's about to get real.
Foxy?
Yeah, Foxy. Yeah, go check. Yes, she did.
Can you send me a screenshot?
Oh, hold on. Let me see.
Troll baby said Foxy Brown say anything. With regards to
Lovely T made this report. Like
it's official. If Lovely T said it, it's official.
Lovely T said this. Oh yeah, Lovely T reported this because she was just as shocked.
Send me a screenshot.
Foxy said that. Hold on.
Send me a screenshot because supposedly there has been demonic behavior over there with Jay-Z and Beyonce. Now, I don't want to get to talking too crazy because, Jay can push the button, any second. But now, they were cool. Nicki Minaj and Beyonce. They were cool.
Yes, real cool.
They were cool. And the title got sold. They reached out to Nikki and told her no money was made, but they were going to send her $1 million if she signed something within 24, 48 hours. And then Nikki said, I'm not signing nothing. And then she put up a post about Deseret, a.k.a. what is her name from Rock Nation? What is her name?
I know who you're talking about.
What is her name, baby? Desiree something.
It's a Spanish last name.
Hispanic. She ain't from Spain, baby. Old nigga start with the T. Let me Google her name.
Perez.
Nikki called her Deseret.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, baby. Go ahead. Give me some more.
No, but I'm just glad that they're all getting their justice. But like I said, whenever Diddy going down and just as close as how he was to the Kardashians, and Courtney little boy don't have no business looking like Justin at all. At all. Why your baby look just like Justin? Yeah. I mean, and it's plain and clear. And the rumors were out there that they were all passing them around, just like everybody else in the industry was passing this boy around. And I mean, they need to start a hashtag justice for Justin, because this boy done been through hell. And I would hate, like what that other caller was saying, the people can't hold this against him, that, you know what I'm saying, like that homosexual stuff, because he was a child whenever he was introduced to this lifestyle. We all remember how innocent and how sweet he was whenever Diddy was sitting up there telling him, oh, yeah, we're going to go look for some girls. Like, he's 14, 15. Like,
well, hang on a second, baby. Hang on. I don't know about all that innocent. You know, he's a little young, demonic Caucasian, if you ask me, because he sat his ass up. Hang on. I'll let you speak. Let me speak. That little Caucasian sat his ass up in front of a camera and sang that song, right?
He did.
You know the song, Justin Bieber. He was being filmed, and he said, what song did he sing on camera before he met Usher and Diddy? What song?
What? It wasn't, well, only
one less lonely nigger. Right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Google that. Justin Bieber sitting there before he got down with Diddy and Usher singing that One Less Lonely Nigger song. So miss me with all that innocent, little white boy stuff. But anyway, go ahead, finish up, baby. I appreciate the call. Go ahead.
Well, I guess he been a demon. I didn't know that. But yeah, like I said, I can't wait. But just as close as them Kardashians is to him, I want them investigated too, right along with Rock Nation.
Okay,
all they demonic too. That's all I wanted to say.
Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. Send me that screenshot, please.
No problem. I appreciate you.
Please. Okay. Yeah, folks. I want Mary J in handcuffs. I want Diddy right next to Suge Knight. Justice for Tupac. Goddamn. I can't believe you people trying to give Diddy a pass. Oh, he was just partying. He's filming people. All sorts of craziness. Automatic weapons with serial numbers scratched off, huh? Sheesh. Hold on a second. Okay, I got some nigga with a wig reaching out. So I don't know what you're talking about, but nice try. Let's go to area code 760. Late night show. We're talking about Diddy pimping Justin Bieber, according to multiple reports at the parties. Any thoughts? Any concerns? 760.
Yes, I think definitely did something to Bieber. There was a clip from an interview Bieber did in 2020. He sat down with that British guy, Saint Lowe, that has a show for Apple Music. And he, at some point during the interview, he starts talking about that artist, the girl Billie Eilish, which she was blowing up around that time, and she was, I think, like 16 years old when she was blowing up. And then all of a sudden, Bieber starts breaking down, crying, and he says that because that guy saying asked Bieber, "Oh, we've seen that you become really close to Billie Eilish," and he breaks down and starts crying, and he says that he remembers when he was that young, and he remembered all the bad things that happened to him, and then he says, "I just don't want her to go through the same stuff that I went through." And the way he broke down, I'm like, dude, the only way he's breaking down like that is like, especially now looking back, is because something sexually happened to him, like some kind of abuse. I don't see him like breaking down and crying like that. And like he literally mentioned, I don't want her to go through the same things I went through.
Yeah.
Like, what else could it be? What else could it be that happened to him?
I saw the interview that you're referencing, and he went through this whole religious part in his life, and I don't know where he is now. I don't follow Justin Bieber like that, but he is part of this investigation. So my question, do you think he will tell, or will he speak to the investigators with regards to his one-time mentor? Because he used to reference Diddy as his mentor. You know this, yes?
Yeah. the reason why I don't think he's gonna tell is because if you look at anybody that is famous that went on and told, they always tell when they're like down bad. I've never seen anybody that is up telling on themselves. And I mean, they even say that about Harvey Weinstein. When Harvey Weinstein did what he did.
Well, hang on a second, sir, because maybe you didn't hear the broadcast earlier. Justin Bieber has a O1 visa. He's a Canadian citizen. He's not American. So if he doesn't, hang on. If he doesn't cooperate, Homeland Security can most certainly ban him from coming here. This is a Homeland Security investigation, HSI. Do you know that?
No, like, yeah, of course. Of course, if the FBI goes to him and, you know, they tell him that they know.
Homeland Security, sir. Homeland Security.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know, because you cannot lie to the feds. It's literally like a crime. So maybe he will, but like I don't think he will come out on his own, like, and go sit down with ABC or Oprah and do a whole thing. The reason why I mentioned the Harvey Weinstein is because when that came out, there was a lot of rumors going around that there's still a lot of famous actresses that made their career, and they're still A-listers in Hollywood, and they never said anything.
Yeah.
Because they took the deal. They slept with him. They got the roles. Now they're super famous, and yeah, of course they know what they did.
I don't mean to cut you short, sir, but all of this, you know, with that you're saying that's real. But the fact that he is not a U.S. citizen circumvents everything you just mentioned. Again, his visa can be denied. Access into America can be denied if they really want to sit Diddy down, and they do. This is Homeland Security. Finish up, please.
Yes, well, I agree with you with that. And to finish up, I think all these celebrities, you know, they all know what's going on.
Okay.
And they always now they act like, oh, I didn't know anything. I never heard anything.
Right.
Like right now, like just before I go, like everybody knows the rumors about Jay, and nobody's gonna say anything. But whenever if he ever gets like charges.
Oh my God, you're the guy. Hang on a second. You're the guy who always calls in. You're from Ecuador, right? You're from Ecuador.
Yes.
You always try to kick Jay-Z's back in. Dude, let it go.
Can I say something?
No. You've done great, man. Stay in touch. I gotta
real quick. It just pisses me off to see. All right, real quick. Just one more thing. One line.
Oh my God.
All right. It just pisses me off how like all the stuff that he pulls, man. Like, I mean, he's a snake with black people, and I don't get what people like. People are like venerating.
Listen. Email me, man. Hang on a second. There's my email address on the screen. Email me. Keep in touch if Foxy Brown starts to tell about an alleged intimate, experience with Jay-Z when she was 15. You will be my co-host. I promise you. Okay.
Yeah. She fits perfect because she's down bad.
Okay.
So if Jay doesn't get to her before and give her a lot of money,
right.
then yes, she's gonna.
Okay. All
right, man.
Stay in touch. You got to go, man. Thank you. That's the guy from Ecuador. He always tries to kick Jay-Z's back. And guys, there's my Cash App on the screen. If you're having any trouble Cash Apping me, Big J, can you use the Cash App on the screen? Star Report Media. I appreciate your support. Hi, Chanel. Chanel says, yes, Diddy tried to burn down Camora Lee's house, and he also blew up Kid Cudi's car. Any truth to that, guys? Oh, wait a minute. Somebody Did somebody send me a screenshot? Whoa. Shit about to really get crazy. Okay, this is Foxy Brown. Well, she doesn't say anything about Jay. Is there an article that goes with this? Terrence. Is there an article that goes with Foxy Brown on X saying shit about to really get crazy? Guys, sit tight. Sit tight. A few more calls. We're going to finish up here this morning. It's Monday morning already. 810, you there? Good morning. 8.
Hello, sir.
Hey.
Yes, I just want to say I'm a big fan. I've been following your work since the Flat TV days. So
no one cares, sir. Get to the topic. No one cares. Get to the topic.
All right. Well, I just wanted to add to the discussion. It seems as though this Hollywood industry has been self-sabotaged from the inside. I think Diddy is more of a fall guy, if you will, a patsy, and hopefully the buck doesn't stop there. But I do believe Diddy will just be the sacrificial artifice for this cabal that is the Hollywood industry.
Okay.
You see this with Jay-Z, all these figures corroborating with each other and collaborating behind the scenes, and they're all aware of what's happening, and they're active participants in this sex magic, more Crowleyan philosophy being exhibited throughout this. So, these people are playing a very dark game, and it's just now being revealed to the public. So that does say something as well to the situation. But yes, Diddy, in my opinion...
Stay with me. I'm going to respond, and then, of course, I'll give you the last
word. Yes, please, yes.
The public is aware of a lot of this hedonism. They most certainly are. They're fascinated with who's gay, who's bisexual. They're fascinated. This guy has gone on and done what he's done due to an atmosphere of acceptance. So I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, well, this person did it, that person did. No, we got this nigga right now. We got him. We got him. Are you saying, saying, oh, he shouldn't be prosecuted? They're doing him dirty. What are you saying?
Not necessarily. I'm more saying that, I'm not sure what is happening behind the scenes because we don't know all the details yet.
Niggas are running behind the scenes, sir, scrambling like 2 eggs on Sunday morning. Lowlifes, degenerates, sluts, whores, drug dealers, enablers.
Yes.
They're running, sir. They're running.
Yes, absolutely. But I do think Diddy is at the top of this pyramid, in terms of his sphere.
Yes.
So he's the leader in this operation.
Yes.
So I'm not trying to absolve him of guilt, but I am saying that this is simply a symptom of the tentacle that is the industry of Hollywood.
Yes, it's a symptom. But right now we got this nigger, sir. And land your plane, please. We got the nigger.
Yes, yes. I pray. I hope he is taken to justice, and this doesn't turn into an Epstein scenario. But given that Hollywood is a more expendable industry in terms of the personas and etc. They have no problem smearing these individuals and ruining their careers and livelihoods. So that goes to my point. I do think Diddy will be taken down fully for this, but I doubt we will see this bleed into the more the political sphere.
Okay.
Maybe some people could be compromised, but I don't think it's going to affect the political atmosphere similar to Epstein, essentially. But yes, this is it's very big information, and people are going to be shocked.
Thank you for your call, sir. Thank you.
This is an awakening, and yes, thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Okay. We got Diddy, kids. You can play that Epstein game all you want to. Illuminati, the rituals. We got this nigger. We got the fuck nigger, man, huh? I don't even have biological kids, but we got the fuck nigger. All that goofy shit he been doing. Terrence, I got you sent me the same thing, sir. The Vibe screenshot. Is there an article that goes with that, sir? Is there an article? Okay. Thank you, Mark. You're a previous sponsor. Thank you. Mark, can you use the Cash App right here? At Star Report Media. Thank you, sir. Good to hear from you. Okay. Guys, I want to do maybe 2 more calls. 2 more calls. A wise man once said, police yourselves so the white man doesn't have to. Do you know who said that? Stop looking to blame other people. Stop looking to say, oh, they did it. Police your own goddamn community. Accept some fucking responsibility for what that nigga's been doing. Area code 323. Good evening. Late night. 323.
How's it going?
It's going, sir.
How's it going, sir?
It's going.
How you doing, brother?
Thank you, sir. Thank you for trying. He wanted to troll. He didn't think I'd bang on his goofy ass. Let's get you the fuck out of here. Yeah, I'm quick on the trigger. 765. Good evening. Good morning.
Good. Hey, how are you doing?
Hey.
Good morning. Good morning.
What's poppin', baby? What's poppin'?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, my last caller. Let's get down to business.
Okay. All righty. All right. I want to jump on to the topic at hand about Justin Bieber. Okay. And I did see the video of him and Diddy when Diddy first brought him to Flavor Camp. And he was looking kind of, well, he was innocent. And he was telling him, oh, you're going to get this car, you're going to get this house and this and that. And he said, what you want to do?
Yeah.
And Justin said, let's ride around, look at girls. And Diddy kind of looked funny, like, no, that ain't what I want. Then I seen another video of him, not mentioning the one they were talking about, him being filmed with Trey Songz and all that.
Right.
But it was a video of him and Diddy, and they just met somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And that boy looked so scared. And he had gotten away from him. And I guess whoever was managing him was keeping him away or whatever. And Diddy kept trying to touch him, and he was just shaking, and he didn't want to look at him. He started stuttering. And they kept saying, how come you don't call me no more? You know, he's like, well, I've been really busy, and he was like, I don't have your phone number.
You shook me like a salt shaker last time I was with you, you freak nigga. You freak nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes. And so, but as far as what I tell, how Diddy danced off around that stage, that's how I would be dancing to the police department.
Yeah. I want them all locked up, baby. I want to sleep really good at night. Lock all of them up. Lock all these fuck niggas up.
All righty. So let me see. I think J-Lo, Ben was looking. You asked about J-Lo, so yeah. Maybe Jen and Ben went back to Jenny on the block, and that kind of messed him up because he didn't look happy during the whole marriage.
Oh my God.
And so
do you think Homeland Security went to J-Lo and Ben and said, hey, we want you to see something. We want to show you a video, Miss Affleck, of you blowing a tranny top while he got what's that black guy's name? One of those actors, Lexington Steele, something like that. Well, I was one of those niggas was plowing her, and Diddy's sitting there fondling himself. Do you think that's what broke that goddamn marriage up? Something happened.
Yeah, Homeland Security, because they got in touch with a lot of people and told them, hey, we know that we got pictures of you. We like you said at the beginning, when I first came on to your channel, you seen videos of Justin,
right,
and Diddy and all that. So they've already got the evidence. So when they come to you, they're not coming to you asking you, did you, would you, could you please tell us? They're telling you, this is what you did, and we know it.
Yeah.
And so, and Ben probably heard it too. And he was like, okay, you know what? I ain't like you anyway.
Ben probably saw it. They probably showed him the video. Yeah, telling somebody something is one thing, but showing them showing them your wife getting double penetrated while niggas are skeeting on her back and somebody else is doing bumps off of her titty. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Bitch, I'm out of here. It's over. The marriage is over. Something happened. Go ahead, finish up, baby.
Yes, something happened, and I believe that's what it was. Yeah. That's what I believe it was. Yeah. And as far as anything else, I hope he goes down for everything. I feel sorry for
Don't feel sorry for a demon, baby. Don't feel sorry for a demon. Don't do that.
I said the victims.
Yeah.
The innocent victims.
Yeah.
That were drugged and didn't know, and blackmailed and all that.
We should get a petition. Please lock up Young Miami. Let's get her in some fucking shackles too. I gotta go, baby. Thank you so much.
Lock out.
Thank you, baby.
Bring her with those pearls she had on at the Met Gala.
Thank you, baby. Have a good night.
All right, thank you. Good night.
Okay.